Alright, we're back. You have missed roughly 30 minutes of content, just like last time. I think it took me about 30 minutes to remember to start the recording again. Last time I forgot to start the recording. All you missed was we didn't accomplish anything in the cafeteria. We tried to talk to the librarian, but he was upstairs, I think. We did pickpocket the key from the librarian to the cabinet, so we got that, and then we very quickly made the potions that this guy needed. What was his name? Brother Nevlas. We gave him his potions real quick, and then we brewed up a bunch of Lazarus potions, which we will use to sell to Solarius the next time we see him, but we've already got more lockpicks than we'll probably need for a little while. So you only missed the one little segment there, just brewing a bunch of potions, really. Where's the librarian? There you are.
What troubles you?
I found this piece of parchment. It looks like it's been ripped out of a book. Do you know what it is?
It appears to be a page torn out of Ovid.
Ovid? What is that? Is it the name of a book?
Not what, but who? Ovid was a great Roman poet. We have a few volumes by him in the library, but one of them vanished one day. Now I believe I can guess what happened. Brother Eustace, may the earth rest lightly on him, was quite narrow-minded when it came to classical literature. If a book had any mention of woman at all, he condemned it as a heretical work. If he'd had his way, all such books would have been burned. Ovid's The Art of Love must have been such a thorn in his side that he stole it from the library, tore it up, and hid the pages wherever he could.
Oh, would you like me to put the book back together again?
Absolutely. Eustace's wits weren't the sharpest, so I'm sure he didn't destroy any of the pages. I imagine he hid them throughout the monastery. It might take you a while to find them all, but when you do, you can rest assured Ovid will return to his rightful place in the library.
Good. I'll look around for it.
Thank you, brother. It's of no great importance, but if you can find all 10 pages, I'll be most grateful.
Pages, okay, cool.
Can you tell me something about the book?
The Art of Love is a sort of manual instructing young people how to find and maintain love. It's a lovely work. I don't understand what bothered Eustace so much about it, but as I was saying, he considered the book to be immoral and tore it up to stop it corrupting any of his brothers.
Where should I look?
If I knew, I wouldn't have asked you to do it. The pages of the book could be hidden anywhere, from the garden to the refectory.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out. I'll hand them all in at once, I think.
Is it possible to learn something about the other novices in the library?
Only the abbot and the prior keep such records.
And can I see them?
No. The abbot writes and keeps his records in his chambers, and only he and the prior are permitted to read them.
Okay, so it sounds like we'll know who came in here calling themselves pious if we look at that, at least. I'm not going to even ask him about this. Yeah.
I'm here to work.
Good. This is most likely the first time you've ever done this in your life. But it's easier than you think. Just a bit of practice and learning Latin. Here's the original, and here are the blank parchments on which you'll copy what you read in the original. Is that clear? Then you may begin, and try not to make a mess of it.
Okay. Yeah, we're not going to get into either of these, and that's fine. Not while everyone's awake, that is. Let me take a quick look through the library for any more, missing pages. I don't imagine I'll find any more. I'm pretty sure one of the pages I found was in here, but it's worth a look. In every room that I find myself in the monastery for extended periods, this is probably a pretty good use of my time. Okay. Odd place for him to have kept those pages as well, in the library, where they would be immediately found. You can stop reminding me. Alright. 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 Right. You want me to sit at this here table? Hmm? Oh, let me pick out this alchemy perk. Cured food, nah. Healing potions will heal 50% more, nah. Venomous blade, when you successfully brew a potion, you get 1 extra, doesn't apply to auto brew. I'm gonna just start unlocking auto brew. I don't know if we'll actually get auto brew 2, but we'll see. 5 more perks available, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we can get all of them anyway. I think picking routine. When does routine 2 unlock is the question. Oh yeah, at the next level, so that's perfect. I picked the exact right time to pick up routine 1. Let's go ahead and start transcribing. Gum et dum. It's definitely gum. Gum et. Is it et dim or et dmin? Dominatium Eternaliter. That sounds more Latin. Vendi autotatum. Vendi. Oh. It must be a C. Vendi octoritatum. That sure don't look like an R, do it? T. It's certainly not Wendo. That is a T. Or no. Oh, I thought it was an. Alright, doesn't matter, I'm sure. Ramus. That's an M for sure. Oot. I think those are separate words. Alright, and a pre-render. Never would have thought it. Well, I like to think this is just kind of a chill vacation for Henry. We haven't had to kill anyone today. Alright, that was fun. How'd I do? That's the question.
Good work. I can see you have talent.
I love to hear that, buddy. Give me an attaboy any day.
What's inside? Forbidden books.
You don't need to keep telling me that, mate. I don't fucking care. You know, I think I've done plenty of good for the day. I have no idea where Solarius is, and I certainly don't want to get caught in the cellar. I'll poke my head in. Where is he? Is he back here at all? I've got no idea where the man is. I'm gonna try and break in here real quick, though. I don't think I'll get caught. Where's a sweet spot? Having a hard time with this one. Nice. I think this leads out of the monastery. Yeah. So don't go that way. Close that up and get on out of here. I was just hoping to find Solarius, really. Alright. I do good work. I think I'm allowed to stretch my legs now and then. Oh, page from a torn book. There was one in the library. That's bizarre. Only need 6 more. I'm sure there's some in the garden. Well. Can I read this? Oh, yeah, I mean, no, not really. You got anything else to say, brother?
What is it, brother?
I don't... Well,
I've heard there are some forbidden books locked up in the library.
That's correct. They're here, safely hidden away from anyone who might be tempted to read them.
How does a book get on the forbidden list?
Forbidden works are full of heresy and blasphemy and witchcraft. If you ask me, we should burn them immediately, not archive them.
well, I don't think you'll let me look at them.
I don't need to hear anything else.
And I'm not going to ask about any more, so... I bet if you get him all 10 pages, he'll be a lot more lenient. Maybe he's even putting on a front. Maybe he doesn't actually believe that. Oh, I wish I didn't start this quest by fucking up and, and telling the most suspicious guy that I am actively looking for probably him. There's not really anything else for me to do in there, is there? So I'm just gonna walk around. Try not to get caught, but I think I could talk my way out of it if I do. Tell you what, I'm gonna stow some of my... There's a gold cross in there, actually. Tell you what, I'm gonna grab that gold cross. Oh. Oh, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Give me, please. Oh, god damn you, Solarius. How far back there do you go then? Because I'm not going in there in a position where I could get caught. It's one thing to have... I keep wanting to call them praetors, but that's not it. Get out of there. You guys are so considerate with each other.
Talk to me, brother.
Let's talk trade. Let me show you something, buddy. I have 15 Lazarus potions. I don't think you can even trade all of these for lockpicks, but let's see. I could probably, like, really max out my reputation with these guys. Really, I can't even quite get all of them, but I bet I could talk him down. Yeah.
I'd like
15 potions for 15 picks. Yeah. How about free? Yeah.
That would do it.
Alright, brilliant. I probably could have just gotten some goodwill with him by paying a little extra, but it's fine. Now I have all the lockpicks you can possibly get for this part. Oh, am I... No, it just wanted to remind me. Okay. I'm gonna take this chance here to move around a little bit, and probably a good idea. I'll move around and grab valuables as I see them. In fact, we're gonna have stolen goods in our inventory. We might as well steal all of the goods. All the goods we're stealing, that is. I'm sure we can pick that without... Okay. May well be some of the last lockpicking XP I get. Might as well take advantage. Don't really want to go out into the garden because I feel like that's got me right out in the open. Yeah, and there's people out there that I probably don't want to be seen by. However, we can go ahead and unlock this door real quick. Wish there was some kind of wax key perk that I could use to just get these keys after I've unlocked these doors, because I'm sure they relock them. This also leads outside, I imagine. Yeah, right outside. In that case, I'm gonna pick this lock, and I'm gonna put... Oh, nice. I'm gonna put all of my stolen inventory in here, just in case things go awry. I wonder if there's any exploits you can do as far as, like, keeping certain quest items in your inventory that you can technically get rid of. Feels like this is as good a time as any to look for these pages, if nothing else. Maybe if we're lucky, these doors will remain unlocked after midnight. And I can just have them pre-opened without having to worry about pausing or making any noise or anything. Cool. The fences are gonna love me after this. I can definitely do something here, right? Yeah. Oh, no, it's this. All right, fair enough. Pages, no pages. No pages at all, right? And just some books that I'm sure I can find elsewhere. Honestly, this would also probably be a good time to just pick up reading XP. It's probably one of the few things that there are to do very easily in the library. Just gonna take some time looking around here. Vague memory of there being lockpicks in here somewhere. Steal the Talmberg quarryman's wages. What? Sorry, what? What are you talking about? Oh, is that happening today? Yeah, no, that's, I won't be participating in that. I thought we established I wasn't going to be participating in that. And Mud is still there. Maybe I can free him from this little burden. I guess he just hasn't despawned yet. Alright, Mud. You can go. It's fine. We might be able to just leave through the front door when the time comes. Oh, I'm so glad I made sure Henry got good at lockpicking before this. Alright. I don't know why that dog is still there. I told him to leave, but he's just stuck on the door. It's very strange. Go down here while I have a chance. There's some very hard locks to pick here as well, and an easy one. Of course, this is just the dungeon, I imagine. Yeah. You could sleep and save in here. If you like sleeping in dungeons. We can go ahead and break into this real quick. No torn pages, but we've got some pretty expensive treasure. And this might be the last very hard lock I have to pick, because I have a key for the one in the library. This leads right outside. Honestly, this might be a better place to stow things. Maybe close the doors. I don't think I closed all of them. Alright. Let me do one more little once-over for the for the missing pages. Because there may well be some of those in here, right? Honestly, with only 4 out of 10 found, and so much of the monastery kind of... Oh, cave mushrooms. Cool. On the off chance that I have an opportunity to do alchemy again. Without people getting mad at me. Some trout. Probably should have stolen that earlier. Doesn't matter now. Torches. Not supposed to be here. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find those pages here. But perhaps upstairs. Oh. Thank you, Billy. Alright. Don't need to be sneaking around right this moment. Hard, alright. Perfect.
What do we
A
have here?
dagger.
A nice sharp dagger. Now what would a monk need that for?
And this is right where Yodok sleeps, so he won't have a dagger tonight, will he? Brilliant. This could go well for me, even if I did kind of bungle it at the beginning. 5 more? 4 more. I see. Be great if the rest of them were in the balcony. Or, you know, in the chests on the balcony. Any dried beef and horse meat. that dog of mine. Lots of dried produce. Page from a torn book. 3 more. They're mostly in locked containers, come to find. If I get like to 8 out of 10 and I've looked everywhere, strong possibility I look up where the last 2 are. Linen cloth, not really worth my time. No pages from a torn book, though. Let me take a moment, check the nooks and or crannies. All right. That does put us in a bit of a pickle then. The only other place I could think to look is behind like one locked door, unless, oh, well, and also in the garden. So like by the end of the day, if I'm walking around at night and I still haven't found all the rest of the pages, then we'll definitely look up where the remainder are. Looks like that's gonna be the plan. All right. Oh. Don't think I forgot about you now, little chest. What do you got? Dried cheese and raw venison. Lovely. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all of this, because the only guy I can trade with doesn't have any more money. Only other place to look now is the garden. It would be right the garden behind one locked door. It would honestly be really nice. Oh, I'm gonna absolutely get seen. Yeah, let's head back up to the library, just for a little bit more plausible deniability when the time comes. You know what, honestly? I'd like to stow the rest of my stolen goods before we turn in. So we're just gonna have to trail behind this guy for a second. It's a good thing I'm sneaky. Maybe don't get too close to him. Oh. Go to church for prayer and mass. Okay. Well, I'm allowed to be out and about now. Let's do it. Mass twice a day, huh? And also with you. Seems like a lot of mass is all. Here.
This is not a good time for questions.
That's
brother.
fair. That's fair. It is a good time to see what you've got in your pocket. That'll work. I'll have that. Brilliant. Back to business. I don't even think I needed any of these lockpicks. I just stole both of the keys that I'm ever gonna have to use. I think his office might actually be in the library. Hello. Don't worry, I am just, well, stretching my legs. I can't just leave as well, but I bet that would fail something somehow. Hello. Just gonna let everybody file in. Yeah, none of them are gonna talk to me right now, so kinda just gonna have to wait until everyone's back is turned to this archway. Sorry guys, I'm a bit of a wallflower. I'm sure you understand. I like to do my prayers in the corner. Oh dear. Hang on a second. I will be right back. Here, we can actually just... This will only take me a moment. Brilliant. None of the Circaders seem to have any problem with what I've done. Seems like so long as you have your kind of alibi established, right? You've done your work with the person you were meant to report to. I don't seem to mind if you dick around a little bit after that. Just wanted to clean these sunglasses. Because I thought I saw a scratch, but no. No scratches on these yet. Hopefully for a good long while. I do love a Gregorian chant. I'm not Catholic by any stretch of the definition, but they sure did make a lot of beautiful artwork for a while there. Still do. I think there's modern Gregorian chants still going. I don't know if they're being, sort of iterated upon, but people are still doing it. Nice. Chanting in general just sounds good. I agree. We should all chant at one another. Amen. Was that it? Was that us? Gentlemen? Oh. Sorry. Are you mad at me? He's not mad. Humans tend to harmonize naturally in big groups. Kind of crazy evolutionary thing we developed. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. I know it's kind of a thing that people like to do every now and then as big events, is just get a bunch of, like, untrained singers together to vocalize. That was a thing in 2018 or 19, somewhere in LA. They did a whole big thing at some mall somewhere. I only know that because my music teacher at the time told me about it. I think she offered extra credit if you could attend, but it was a bitch of a commute, and not really something I would have been all that interested in. But it's a thing people do. Oh. Hello?
Brother, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be working somewhere? Idle hands are the devil's workshop.
I was feeling a bit queasy.
Really? This time I'll look the other way. But next time you won't get out of being punched.
Okay. Dickhead. I guess I'll just hang out. Can't quite slip away. Everybody's eyes are on you while you're in here. Buddy, I swear I told you to go home. I'm gonna get to the mill and you're going to be there. I was worried Henry was about to step out. No, he's just stuck in the door. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like they didn't really intend for this to happen, but it was something that just kind of made it so that he would be close by, but not like running off and doing stuff. I don't know. Way to let the game keep track of him. Okay, I'm gonna take the long way around, guys. It's nothing personal. I just I really like this cabinet. Alright, everything that I have that's stolen needs to go in here immediately. Not the dagger, though. I should probably keep that on me. You never know. Yeah, because I don't really have anything that I can do with this food anymore anyhow. Linen cloth, golden goblet, silver goblet, Venetian glass chalice. Cool. I'll have to come back for all this stuff before I leave. I genuinely can't believe a part of this game is just becoming a monk and standing around. Yeah, it's a low point. I think most people would agree. I like what they were going for. I don't like what they executed. Ah, here we are again. Gentlemen, gentlemen, shall I sit and eat? Just so that all of you see me eating. Lucas, I know we're allowed to talk right now.
I'd like to know something about the other novices.
I don't know much, but ask
Very
away.
strange angle. Haven't spoken to him about Siskin.
What can you tell me about Siskin?
Not a lot. I don't know him. Actually, I don't know much about him at all. Except that he's not a stickler for rules. Why?
I'd have thought you might want...
Don't get
Yeah.
upset.
In the night, I overheard the cicadas in the cellar. They were talking about you.
Oh no. So it's still not over. This isn't a life in service of God. This is purgatory.
Lucas, what's going on?
What do you think? Just like you, I saw the cicadas drinking and playing hazard as if they were in a brothel.
We'd be safer not to get mixed up in the affairs of our superior brethren.
You're probably right. But I was naive and hoped I could fix things. I warned them if they didn't stop, I'd go and tell the prior. But instead of mending their ways, they vented their anger on me. You've picked the wrong people to make enemies of, Lucas, they told me. Now I can't even count how many days and nights I've spent locked up in solitary confinement for the tiniest offenses, or for no offense at all.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something I can do to help?
Would you? I think all it might take is for you to go and sit down with them. Have a talk, set things straight, then they'd leave me alone. But I'm afraid even this path leads nowhere. They'd probably start hounding you as well.
I'm not afraid of them.
Brother, you have the courage I lack. May the grace of God be upon you.
Okay.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
Yeah, he's just gonna keep saying this, and I could also...
You see, I'm looking for someone here.
You're looking for someone? But you're a novice, aren't you?
I am a novice. At least until I find the man I'm looking for.
Why would you be looking amongst monks? You know, the laws of man aren't valid here. In the cloister, we're subject to divine law, the law of the church.
I'm looking for a footpad who's hiding out here in the monastery. He had a hand in raising the Neuhoff farm. He's taken many lives.
I heard something about that. But why are you telling me all this?
Because you could help me. It has to be one of the other novices.
That can't be. Have you told the prior? What are you going to do to this man once you find him?
So much the more ought the punishment for sin may
Talk to
avoid
him.
evil words.
Then I'll say, do you have any idea which of the novices could be the impostor I'm looking for?
I don't know, and I don't care to know. I wish you'd never told me. Now I won't be able to sleep at night.
Admittedly, I kind of wish I didn't tell him either. Again, didn't quite realize that's what I was going to be doing. That's fine. I don't think I have to worry. Alright, well, fuck. Don't tell anyone. That's 3 out of 4 novices I've told now about my quest. And one of them I'm almost certain is the guy. I'll be really lucky if it turns out to be the least likely suspect, Antonius, that's the guy. But we'll see. That would be the twist, wouldn't it? If you wanted there to be a twist to this quest. I stopped playing really close to this too. I think this would have taken me out. Yeah, it's a huge change of pace is the main issue. if the rest of the game had reflected a little bit more of this sort of gameplay loop where you have a schedule you have to stick to, and maybe if you've been a little bit more motivated to train your stealth skills leading up to this, I think this would have gone over a lot better on my first playthrough, but without that, here we are. So, here, let me see about something. Probably better if I go this way, because then it's just neglecting my duties rather than trespassing. Oh, cool, you can actually go into this room. Oh, you can go back here as well. Is lunchtime just kind of free time, then? I'm not... Oh, okay, I am neglecting my duties out here. Hey, bud. You gonna tell on me? Bitch? I think he is. I don't know, I think they only tell on you if you trespass. I don't think they mind seeing you neglecting your duties. And if they do, well, I'll be annoyed. What else is new? Looking for this page. I know I am going to get an opportunity to be out here without any consequence, but I'd love to be able to turn in all of these pages before the librarian goes to sleep tonight. I think that's a circader. Guys who wear the brown robes are circaders, I think. What? You want me to stop? I'm almost positive now that that is a circader. I think he's lost track of me. You would think... Oh! No! I'm not ready yet. Let me continue searching. Just for a moment, please. I had enough of lunch. Do I have to eat lunch with everyone as well? Is no time my own? I'm just gonna go back to where I'm supposed to be and see what he does. Fully expected there to be a page here. Run. Run, Henry. Oh dear. Excuse me, gentlemen.
For such conversation, we do not permit a disciple to open his mouth.
Peace be with you, brother.
And also with you. Hey. Oh. Oh, I found a dagger in his trunk. Oh, maybe I did tell all the right people.
Sorvus.
My joints started aching just before they...
Could I... That wasn't an option with Lucas either, so it's not like Henry just making blind accusations. Henry knows that that is his trunk. Interesting. You're gonna talk to me, yeah? Hello?
Brother, what are you doing here?
I had other affairs that needed to be attended to immediately. It will never happen again.
Really? Fine then. This time I will forgive you, but next time you'll be punished just like everyone else.
Okay. I'm gonna wait until they're actually drinking. This is the guy though, Stubor.
Salve.
But I'm gonna wait until they're actually down there drinking. I should get an opportunity for that tonight. 'Cause it's at midnight that I need to go and accompany whatever his name is. Yodok. Yodok. Well, am I allowed to go do something else? Why is it making me stay here? We definitely have 7 out of 10 of those books, and here we are, everyday laborers. Afternoon worship. 6 p.m. is common supper. So that was what we just did. And what's the next thing after common supper? Comp line, free time before retiring. Oh, okay, okay. So just in a moment then, I can go back out into the courtyard. I can get a head start. Oh. All right. Suetonius. I'm starting to think that that's just what they did. They made the most obvious twist the twist. The only guy who's not suspicious based on things he's told you, which I guess would make sense. You know, this group that raided Neuhoff, not all of them were very competent at what they did, but a lot of them were.
In the garden again?
Yet again.
Could absolutely be the case that this guy is just careful and smart enough not to give any clues. He's fully taken on this new persona of a monk. Maybe he's truly repentant. It would be kind of surprising if there wasn't a page here somewhere. Well, there is eyebright that grows here. You can probably brew just about any potion you want. Doesn't matter for me now. Already gotten everything out of the only trader there is.
What are they doing in that kitchen? I bet they keep the tastiest morsels for themselves. Give us the softest.
And yet, no pages to be seen. Could well be that this is a colorblind moment that I'm having. But I don't think so. Those page meshes stick out just as much as the color, really.
And it's not the first time. It's a mystery, but one that'll soon be solved. It's a wonder that pride doesn't...
You'd think it would just be stuck in a bush somewhere, right? But I just haven't looked at the right angle. It's fun that I can walk on top of these bushes. Nothing hidden among these beams.
So they dominate.
I really doubt they'd have me pickpocketing monks for this stuff, but I don't know. I might go ahead and look this one up. Though I'd rather not. We're kind of at that point, though. Because I need 3 more of these. There's only one more place I can think to look. And I'm sure that, you know, from what I recall, it's a very small room. So I really don't think it's going to be all 3 pages in there. I could go check now, though. The day is mine. Could also check in the places where I'd be trespassing again. I certainly didn't linger in those rooms. Hey, he's still there. Well, is anybody actively looking at this door? Because I don't recall... Oh. Quite the power that guy has. Yeah, they're wandering in and out of that door at this point, so it doesn't do me a whole lot of good.
Creeping. He was stomping about like a bear. That must have been Brother Cicada.
Brother Circator. I thought that was a title. I could look in the basement again. Ooh, alright, well, let's look in the basement again. I swear I've looked in every container so far. However... haven't looked super closely along every surface. Of course, I always prefer not to look things up, but... still... with only 3 more to find, and my really not wanting to spend too much time on this part of the game... would be convenient. And I imagine you don't get another chance at this. Once you finish this quest, there's no opportunity to turn anything into the librarian again without incurring quite the bounty. Yeah, no, nothing there. I feel like I've looked at every container as well at this point. How many do I have? Are they not quest items? Yeah, 7 out of 10. I'd feel a lot more comfortable looking it up if I'd been to every room. It's weird that I didn't find any in the garden. Let me look there again. It seems like that should be enough to at least get me to 8 out of 10. Just killing time till midnight anyway, right? Perhaps under the benches or on a windowsill.
He can't sleep and prays.
That'd be the place to go, wouldn't it? On a windowsill, easy to overlook.
It's a wonder the prior doesn't check everyone's breath in the morning. Then he'd soon get his back.
Yeah, that's the thing though, isn't it? It's not balanced on any of these posts, not up on top of the well, not on the ground around here. Doesn't appear to be stowed in the garden anywhere. I feel like I remember there being one just stuck in a bush or something. And yet... no pages to be seen. Yeah, fuck it. Let's look it up. KCD, 10 torn pages, locations. Probably gonna pull up IGN as the first result. No, the wiki. You love to see it. Okay, well, that's only 6 pages. So, what? Okay. Yeah, that's kind of bizarre. Yeah, on the wiki of all places, only 6 out of 10 actual documented pages. Really, really strange. Do people just... oh, was that not the fandom wiki? That was the Fextra Life wiki. Yeah, that'll do it, honestly. Yeah, okay, cool. One of them does appear to be in the abbot's bedroom, doesn't surprise me. Main corridor, very easy. Think we got that. In the cellar, on the table as you enter the main room. Hang on. Double check the cellar. I only need 3. I like my chances. Well, I only need 2 because one of them I can't get to right now. On the table, yes. Almost positive we got that. Okay, in the frattery where the books are, on top of the lectern along the east wall. Along the east wall. Lectern along the east wall. Yeah, got that one already. Okay. Pages on one of the tables. I'm almost positive I got this, but I should probably check each of these, really. Yeah. I got that one. Okay. In the dormitory, pages in the easy lock chest in the northeast corner. Dormitory, top of a cage in the southeast corner. Top of a cage in the southeast corner, huh? Out of the way. You have any idea who I am? On top of a cage in the southeast corner near the end of the raised bed. Top of a cage. Yeah, we already got that one. And then where was the chest that I was supposed to... easy lock chest in the northeast corner. Easy lock chest in the northeast corner, huh? This one, I take it. Well, pretty sure we already got into all of the chests, so I'm pretty confident we found that. In the refectory, where you go to eat, the page is in a locked chest in the northwest corner. A locked chest in the northwest corner of the refectory.
On the back of my neck.
Let's see. Out of the way, gentlemen. Where specifically? Northwest corner. Oh, shit. Cool. That's 8 out of 10. In the library, on the table in the library, in the abbot's bedroom. On the table along... See, unfortunately, I think I'm actually gonna have to... In the library, the page... When it says in the cellar, the page is on the table as you enter the main room. I imagine by the cellar they do mean that basement, but it could be this. Because this is where that cellar keeper guy... The guy that they refer to as the cellar keeper, right? This is where he spends most of his time. But no tables in here, so no, I don't think that's what we're looking for. Let me, what was the other one? I think we're good on the dormitories, but let's go up to the library and check those out. That guy might be asleep by now anyway, so I can get that out of the way. Potentially while I can still talk to the shifty lad. Is he still here? No, he's not. Alright, cool. Let's, what the fuck? Okay. Try that again. It's not actually... I see. Oh my god, alright. Is the Necronomicon in here? Oh. It's actually not. Really? Oh, there it is. Necronomicon 1. Alright. I'll take that. Okay, well, there's no one in here. Hopefully I can get away with this. And, oh, I'm neglecting my daily schedule because everyone's going to sleep. What time is it? Not quite midnight. Unlock this. Step in. The prior is not in here. Okay. Dried hair meat. I'm not going to bother picking any of that up. I'll grab that Necronomicon like the last thing I do on my way out. And this is where he sleeps, I believe, so I need to be careful. Would help if I could see. Can pick up some torches if I really want to see. Oh, I thought for sure that was a stairwell, but no. Now, let's try not to wake this guy up. Nice. He's more than likely sleeping in here. Oh no, this is just where he eats. Boy. Key to Forbidden Books. Alright, we've got 2 copies of that now. Obviously, we're going to take all the treasure.
Of all the novices.
Oh, what? A book with the names of all the novices? What are you talking about, Henry? Well, first of all... Wow, neat. Oh god. Crouching chameleon. Please.
What are you doing outside at night? You should be sleeping, not scaring people.
Did you really see me? Oh, I don't like where that's going. Sorry, what? What is this? Yeah, I'm just... Hang on, that's gonna fuck me. I already know it's gonna fuck me. How far back is that? Oh, that's literally just now. as opposed to a few minutes ago. I'm just gonna save scum this. I don't want to deal with whatever the repercussions of that are, and I've spent enough time on this quest as is. So, yeah, let's, where am I? Oh, right, okay, cool. Let's see. Did I just pick up the, yes, I did, cool. So we'll close this for now, and I guess we'll just try and be a little bit faster for the rest of this. We must have just, been very unfortunate there? I don't know. It's annoying because, like, my stealth skill is high enough that I should be able to get away with quite a bit, and it just seems like it doesn't matter. People kind of hone in on me no matter what, no matter how good of a job I'm doing at sneaking and all that, so I don't know. Stealth mechanics in this game weren't terribly well implemented. Siskin, the youngest son of the illustrious Sir Smil Flashka, Baron of faith is tepid, perhaps even apathetic. His father has bestowed most generously upon the monastery a great sum of money in return for his son's acceptance, therefore he was accepted despite many objections to his nature. Despite possessing unsuitable temperament for monastic life, upon his entrance, Sir Flashka, Siskin requires work, must be taught. Yodok, in spite of his sinful past, he could prove a right and true model for the other novices to live by, and act by. What the hell? Apparently we've tracked him down already. Hailed from the line of wealthy yeoman. In his 15th year, guided by the devil, he forced himself upon a young lass, deflowering her, yet he cast aside the guilt that should have burdened his mortal soul, pointing the finger of blame at a farmhand who was punished with the greatest severity. In the last year, after attempting to ravish yet another maiden, he received his punishment. The girl's enraged father saw to it that Yodok was sent to the monastery. In spite of these former sins, to this day he has maintained righteous behavior, and he's the most suitable candidate for clerical life. Antonius, son of a wealthy merchant, Flashim, he studied theology at the university in Prague, which he did not complete, for his father fell ill and was in need of constant care. Upon his death, he inherited alongside his brother his business, although he did decline more towards books than commerce. Indeed, in his hands the business languished. Having come to amicable agreement with his brother, he set his mind to follow his heart, a path which led him to the door of our monastery, wherein, in his words, he's sure to find greater peace than the merchant's shop. He was demonstrated his education well. He knows Latin best of any novices, although his diligence and meticulous leaves much as desired. Must be said also that his manner gives rise to doubt about his claims. I shall have to send an inquiry to his father, Stephen of Lasham, to determine if he's indeed the known part of this land. Lucas, quiet, studious, and humble, a true candidate for the order of Saint Benedict. He is always obedient, speaks little, and prays more with greater passion than many of the elder brothers. His only flaw deserving of admonishment is his inclination for sodomite perversions, for which his family had him removed to this place, for fear that his actions would bring them shame and condemnation of their honorable fellow citizens upon them. In the time he has been here, his perverse nature has not manifested itself in any way. However, he must be observed with cautious eye, particularly in regards to his contact with the other young novices, for if two brothers were to lay together, it would besmirch the monastery entirely. Gregor, largely unsuitable candidate for the monastic life. He is the son of a nobleman of lower rank. He's seen more, I mean, we do know my deal. So real quick, yeah, the only one that the... Hey, bud, why are you in here? Let me see. What time is it? Not quite midnight. I don't think I have to worry about him.
Interesting. But I still don't know which one of them.
I have a pretty good idea. The only one who the prior seems suspicious of, right? Hopefully he doesn't rat on me. Fuck, damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep save scumming, because this part of the game sucks, man. I chose death. Welcome in. Good to see you. Kingdom, come on, guys. I know they need to...
That's it. The book with information.
Want me to just read this? And...
Interesting. I still don't know
There
which
you
one
go.
is most pious.
Our save's coming to get a little bit more time now as well. How you doing, I Chose Death? Very good to see ya. Let me get out of here. Maybe the prior is still going to bed. I'm gonna have to sneak around him while he's sleeping. Stressful little quest, man. What were these other library on the table along the south wall behind where the monk is transcribing? And where the monk is transcribing. Yeah, we already got this one, so the other one must be what I'm missing. Easy lock chest along the east wall. That'll be why I never picked it up. Right. Wait, no, I swear I did, though, didn't I? So what am I missing? Maybe I already turned one in, and that's the issue? It's very strange. What time is it? It's 10 p.m. At midnight, I need to be somewhere. Kingdom Come On, guys, indeed. Doing okay, but enjoying this here video game myself, sir. Glad to see you enjoy it as well. Oh yeah, it's a fun game. This is a bit of a low point, but I do enjoy it. I want to give the impression that I haven't been enjoying myself. Can't imagine who saw me, but I did spend a lot of time reading before. He's not in here yet, that's good. Oh, treasure map 2, sure. Private chambers. God, every single door. Oh, I'm allowed in here. Nothing in that chest, which is very strange. Supposedly, there's meant to be, in the abbot's bedroom west of the library, the page is on the table beside the bed in the northwest corner. Beside the bed in the northwest corner. Okay, I didn't actually look at that, and I imagine this leads out. Oh, not quite, actually. Oh wow, okay. You can find all kinds of weapons in there. I think we're very much out of the monastery at this point then. Or, you know, out of the monastery proper. And now we're in a private area. I see. Okay. What time is it? Coming up on 11. I don't think it does me any good to be out here. So unfortunately, that's 9 out of 10. I'll go turn all these in to see if just the way they decided to make this quest work was kind of misguided. Hey, buddy.
Praise be to Christ,
Yes.
It's no...
What kind of a book is it?
I found it here in the library. It was on a shelf where it should never have been. So I hid it to read later. It's the Necronomicon. Ghosts, demons, and invocations of powers beyond our world. Only it's written in a strange language that I can't really make sense of. All bara this and bara that. Who knows what it means? I tried to count the syllables, read the words backwards, but nothing. I'm not getting anywhere with it.
Oh, I'm not too sure what the prior or the cicada would say about a book like that. Actually, what anyone would say. It sounds quite prohibited.
Ah, prejudice. But you're right. It is prohibited. For no good reason, though. Has knowledge ever done anybody any harm?
You're right. Knowledge should never be prohibited.
Oh, I'm glad you agree. Just take a look at the book. Maybe you'll be able to make some sense of it. I haven't grasped a single syllable. Just please don't tell anyone about the book. If the brothers learn that I took it from the library and hid it, I'll be in a lot of trouble. Our brothers' minds are closed to a thirst for knowledge.
I'll leave you.
Thank you.
What potion?
About that magic potion from the forbidden books. What do you plan on doing with it?
I don't really know yet. Perhaps one day I'll concoct it and try it out.
Would you share the recipe with me?
You don't even have to ask. It's thanks to you I have it. Listen, old wives' ointment, which witches use upon the Sabbath, and therein damn their souls to the devil. Prepare oil, a fistful of marigold, a fistful of belladonna, and a fistful of lover's knot. Boil the lover's knot for 1 turn. Drop the ground marigold in the cauldron and boil for another turn. Drop the ground belladonna into the cauldron and boil for another turn.
Sounds quite poisonous.
And it probably is, but I'm interested to find out what it does.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll come back for the Necronomicon. I don't want to have multiple books out of the Forbidden Books. What time is it? Still not quite 11, so I do have a second here. I think it's almost certainly, I can't remember his name. Antonius or something like that. Pretty confident that it's him at this point. But we'll be here for another day at least. We're going to help that guy get the wine tonight. I don't think we've been spotted by anyone either. Oh, here. Yeah, we have a second to go talk to them, I think. Hopefully get them to leave the lad alone. Hello, gentlemen.
No, it isn't. It's...
What would you like?
Brother Cicator, my friend.
What would you like? To be relieved from duties?
No, I'm here because of Novice Lucas. I've heard there's some discord with him.
Only because that weasel wants to put an end to our nighttime fun. So, we're letting him know who's in charge here.
I'd appreciate it if you treat him like a brother again.
Well, if he isn't afraid of us, there's nothing to stop him ratting us out. But what do you care anyway? Grown fond of him, have you?
He hates you because you trample all over him and he has nothing to lose. If you show him just a bit of kindness, he'll think again about taking you on. You'll see.
Fine, you've convinced me. You can tell him things have been straightened out, but he'd better be on his best behavior from now on.
Excellent.
Beware of Lucas. He might corrupt you.
What do you mean?
He's a sodomite, a sinner. He might try to get you into the habit. Or out of it.
I didn't know that. Thanks for the warning.
I'll say one thing.
I don't think Henry minds one way or the other, personally. But hey, who am I to assume? Won't have to assume in the next game, from what I understand. Let's see then. So I may as well just get back up there. I guess what I need to do is make sure that Yaduk is here. He might be actually waiting for me somewhere else. Yeah, there's Antonius. Man, I suspect... Let me take a quick look at my journal. Go and meet him in the evening in the monastery garden. Okay. Go to bed, and that we need to give that to Nevlis. And go back to Lucas and tell him his trials are over, but I don't think he'll talk to me right now. There's no reason that can't wait for until tomorrow. So let's just head out into the garden. We might end up getting there a little early here. A little early, but I think it makes more sense to hang out here and wait for him. than the alternative. I could potentially just not even wait for him, to be fair. Oh. Hey, bud.
Ah, Gregor, talk to me.
Here I am.
You're late, but perhaps we can still make it. Once we're outside, we'll need to be careful, and we'll need to be quick. If we're not back before sunrise, someone will realize we've gone, and there'll be hell to pay.
Where exactly are we going for the wine?
Next to the monastery is the house of the custodian, a baron who provides military protection to the monastery. We'll take the wine from him.
Why go to all that trouble? Aren't the monastery wine cellars full?
They are, but Brother Solarius keeps records of all the casks, and the
Hey,
prior
Cisse.
checks
Welcome in,
them.
buddy.
They'd investigate if any went missing. Whereas, if someone outside loses the odd cask, they're not going to suspect us monks.
That does sound reasonable. How do we do that once we're there? Will we need to break into the custodian's cellar?
We needn't break in anywhere. It's on the ground floor and usually unlocked. It holds supplies for the whole craftsman's yard, and every now and again, someone comes in to fetch something. The only thing we have to make sure is that nobody sees us.
What particular wine are the cicadas after?
They want some Znaimo wine. But there's no way we'll be able to tell what's what. We'll just grab a cask and head off. I doubt the custodian would have anything of poor quality in his cellar.
The brothers will complain.
They'll complain even more if they've nothing to drink at all.
I'm ready. We can head off.
All right. You have the outside keys, so get unlocking.
All right. Now, this guy is a serial rapist. So, maybe I shouldn't be quite as friendly with him as I was when I said, hey, buddy. Now, is the reason I can't open this door because, yeah, you're teeing up to open the door. Cool. Good to see you, Cisse. How are you doing? So we could just go through this open door right here. That's gonna be one of the faster ways to get there. Not super ideal, but I don't think we have to worry too much about being seen. I could go home, sleep in my own bed tonight, but something tells me that's a bad idea. Hello, lads. We may as well just make a break for it. Hello, sir.
Hey, you.
You're right. It's okay, though. I'm already gone. Probably should have grabbed a torch, huh? Okay, definitely should have grabbed a torch. I can't bloody see nothing. I have absolutely no idea where that guy is. Oh, they couldn't have kept this one well lit, could they? Alright. Let's go. Wonderful. That's easier than I expected it to be. We'll go back in a different way. A safer way. I think a way that will actually lead directly to the cellar, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, perfect. So not down there. Oh, no, actually. We don't want to go through this door at all, do we? We want to go... I think it's... Oh, let's not fall down the cliff now. Doing good, playing some Overwatch with buds right now. How are you doing, Jack? I'm doing well, doing very well. Thank you for asking. Oh god, what have I done? Don't do this to me. Oh dear. Well, I've gotten myself into an even worse pickle, it seems. Why'd they put this here? Why'd they put this trap for people to get into? There we go. Alright. How on earth do I get back into the monastery, then? I think this will work. Yeah, that door leads into the monastery, so that's fine. There's usually a guard there. Hello, Mutt. They're calling it a private area now. It's concerning. But yeah, it's doing very well. We're almost done with kind of an annoying part of the game. A cool part of the game. Like, I appreciate them taking the risk, but it didn't pay off. Gentlemen.
That killjoy? He'd love to have us all under his thumb. Fat chance.
Don't worry. Those youngsters will wise up once they hear all about him.
Will they believe it?
Even if just 2 or 3 of them do, it'll help us. So, to Abbot John.
To Abbot John. What do you desire,
Okay. Well, what else do they want me to do here? What are my other... I can... Oh, that's because it's directly above me. That's why it seems like my compass is pointing there. Okay. Okay. Oh, is that an hour? All right. Could go to bed. But I think what I'm gonna do, just to double check, since there's not really a whole lot I can do otherwise right now, in the main corridor, the page is in a very easy locked cabinet in the northwest corridor. No, northwest corner. And I imagine by main corridor they mean this big square. And I imagine by northwest corner they mean this. Already looked in there. We've already got it. Okay. In the cellar, pages limited. Yeah, we checked there. We checked both of those. In the dormitory, easy lock chest, and then on top of the cage. Yeah, we checked both those. In the refectory, where you go to eat, and the lock chest, got that. In the library, we got both. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's telling me 9 out of 10 because I only have 9 out of 10 in my inventory. But I did turn one of them in when I started the quest. And I hope that that didn't break the quest. We're going to find out. I guess I could go double check, though. Top of a lectern along the east wall and on one of the tables. Brothers? Don't know that they saw me. Really does seem like all signs are pointing to the guy with the best cover story, doesn't it? He had a dagger in his trunk. He's been very careful about what he's told people, but the abbot does not believe his story. Everyone else has been kind of forthcoming, all things considered. I mean, Lucas not so much, but we know exactly why Lucas has not been forthcoming. And he's probably about to tell us something about him, or just be grateful. That might be something that's worth doing right now, come to think of it. Where is Lucas? Can I give him the good news now, or is he gonna bitch at me for trying to wake him up? Hey. Ow. I thought you weren't gonna be able to sleep after I told you about all the murders. I just worry about going to sleep and potentially missing this page, but I'm pretty sure we found all of them. I think it's, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sleep and save until 3 a.m. Oh, that's not long at all. Of course, you get from 3 to 4 to sort of wake up for the day, don't you? With any luck, I can talk to Lucas on his way to Mass, and then maybe Nevlis as well. Just give them what they need. Apparently I'm square with Sadric or whatever his name is. He seems like he's gotten what he wanted. Siskin. Apparently we're square, he and I. Right? I don't have any quests associated with him, do I? Go back to Lucas. Bring the book to Nevlis. Go to bed. And then, yeah, Restless Spirit. Find out which of the novices is pious. And I am genuinely meant to kill pious. So we're just going to have to kill the most competent novice here, I think. I'm assuming. He doesn't have his dagger anymore.
Clear off. Let me sleep.
Let me double check that I am correct about the time. First of all, hope no one sees me reading this forbidden book. And also, everyday labors. They wake up at 3, yeah? 3 a.m. start of the day, 4 a.m. morning prayer. So, people should be starting to get up right about now. Let me try and keep an eye out for where Nevlis is, though Nevlis might not actually sleep up here, being the provost and all. Monk, Siskin, Lucas, Monk, Librarian, Monk. Just want to make sure none of you... Oh, sorry. They don't want me... It's 3 a.m. I'm supposed to be heading to prayer, am I not? Out of the way. None of you are Nevlis, yeah? No, Solarius. No Nevlis. I'm guarding these stairs. I need to speak to some of you. 2 of you. I don't think Nevlis... Oh, there he is. Alright. Just waiting on you, Lucas. Already opened all the chests. Any chest that isn't locked, we know is one I've searched. They lock everything around here. 2 people in this room I need to speak to. You? And him. I guess I'll stand here, because I might actually miss Nevlis. Coming up on 3:30, Nevlis. Time for mass. Chop chop. I really don't want both of you to wake up at the same time, so I guess we're just gonna have to watch. I'd hate to have to wait until after mass to tell Lucas we're all good. I wonder if there's ever going to be a smoking gun. Because there almost is, and it might be if I confront Antonius... What is his name? He's sleeping right over here, isn't he? Yeah, Antonius. I wonder if I confront him about the dagger, if he'll confess. We'll see. Might want to get him alone before I do that. I wouldn't be surprised if there's an opportunity. It's also... It seems like everyone else, all of the other 3 have sins, you know, that they have reason to be... I mean, sins, right? One of them is just gay. Like, it's fine. I don't get the impression that there was anything more to that story than that. But as far as, you know, Catholics in medieval Bohemia, the other 3 have documented sins, right? That they, you know, why would they have lied about it? Whereas this is the only guy with a clean story. He's the only guy performing cleanliness as well. Lucas isn't exactly trying to pretend he was a good person before this. Yodok's a bit of a snake in general, but I think part of him is probably glad to be here, where, I don't know, I mean, I hate to give any amount of sympathy to a genuine serial rapist. I don't think this absolves him, but as long as he's happy to just be here for the rest of his life, I guess I can't complain too much. It's effectively a prison sentence. But we'll just have to see which of these yahoos manages to wake up. It's almost time for mass, gentlemen. Why am I the only one up right now? I'm the newest person here. Look at that. Nevlis, you've disappointed me. Lucas, good news.
I spoke to the cicadas about how they've been treating you.
Really? Did you manage to convince them to leave me alone?
But you have to promise not to tell anyone what you saw them doing. Then they'll leave you alone.
That's a promise I'd be glad to make. I'm forever in your debt, brother. Because now I know I can trust you, there's something I want to tell you. It's about Brother Antonius. I wouldn't like to say something that isn't true. God forbid I should cause harm by my words, but this is something I'm sure of. Novice Antonius is lying to us.
What makes you say that?
He claims he's a merchant's son from Vlashim, and that he joined the order voluntarily. The thing is, I spent a great deal of time in Vlashim. I know it like the back of my hand, and no one even remotely like Antonius has ever lived there.
Are you sure? Because this could mean that...
It's true, or Canute isn't my name. That would be my secular name, by the way, but that's not important. I know Vlashim, and I know the local merchants there, and I've never seen Antonius among them. Why would he be lying if he had nothing to hide?
Thank you for telling me. I'll look into it.
I had a sneaking suspicion. Nevlis, it is time for mass, buddy. Oh, this man. This man. I've got a hot item in my pocket, buddy, and I don't want it in my pocket. I'm gonna linger for a second here. See if he genuinely is gonna be the last one up. There he is. All right. Nevlis, we don't have time. Oh, come now. Which animation am I waiting for? We can't talk to anybody on the stairs. Am I really gonna have to wait for mass? There we are.
What would you like?
Here's the book you wanted.
Amazing. This really is it. Now I can use it to prepare a cure for our suffering abbot. Then I'll leave it in the library to make it seem as if Brother Librarian left it lying about. There'll be no investigation. It would be against his best interests, as he'll look like the one who wasn't taking proper care of the books. It will drive him mad. I didn't leave that book out, or did I? Is there anything I can do for you in return?
How can a novice get out of the monastery?
And what would you do out there? I'm sorry I can't help you.
I'd be interested in finding out the background of the other novices.
That's a strange wish you have. And the only ones who know everything about the novices are the abbot and the prior. They keep a record of every monk in the abbot's book, but you'll never get your hands on it. It's locked up in the prior's study.
Thanks.
You haven't really.
No,
but all right.
About that book, don't even think about breaking in to get it.
Is there any way...
What would you like to do?
Not exactly.
John, but there is...
That doesn't sound...
Pity?
Yeah, we could probably dish.
I've discovered something about the wrongs being committed here.
I see. Tell me more.
The Circatas go into the cellar at night to drink wine.
I thought so. John always reeks of it. And he wants to be abbot. Hypocrite. Perhaps if you told the prior, that would clip John's wings.
I might just.
The older brothers are picking on novice Lucas, punishing him when he doesn't deserve it and humiliating him.
It seems that now even brothers can't avoid worldly evil. Thank you for the information, and if you can, stand up for him. The older brothers are also out to get me. Any action I take, they'll try to use against me.
Brother Yodok has been stealing wine for the cicatas so they can drink.
Yodok? Well, that little rat's shown his true colors. Do you know where he's stealing it from?
From the cellar of a low-ranking vassal outside the monastery walls.
Clever. A custodian would never suspect anyone in the monastery. and no one here would suspect monks were drinking secretly when no wine's missing. Thank you, brother. Could you please inform the prior? If I were to do it, they'd cry false accusations.
That's all I know.
If you find out anything else, come to me. I'd be interested to hear it.
All right. Cool. And a save. I'll take it. As long as I'm on the way to Mass as well, that's all well and good. Where is the prior? Is he here? Yes, he is. Cool, I can follow him out when we're done. Of course, now that I'm here, they're gonna get mad at me, aren't they? I can't. Oh, I can. We're not quite at Mass. Okay, any chance? I imagine Yodok's already there. He might be able to give me more information. He's not gonna want to talk to me right now. Yeah, fair enough. I'll try and catch him after Mass too. Probably want to talk to the prior somewhere a little bit safer. All of the doors are still unlocked, so that's brilliant. Yeah, you know what? Here, while I have this opportunity, I'm actually gonna run up to the library and see if the brother librarian is there, and if I can perhaps... Hey, bud, I can't fucking see anything here. And if I can perhaps, I doubt he's in here, of course. Yeah, no one's in here. So brother librarian's probably also at Mass. Couple people I need to talk to then. Waking up at 3 a.m., man. It's quite something. Here, tell you what. Oh, no, hang on. Here we are, where we're supposed to be. Man, I really was, out of everyone, I was suspecting Yodok for most of this. Turns out it was the only guy I haven't told what I'm doing. Suppose you guys probably prefer that I stay still during Mass. Well, let me show you how it's done in the Waldensian sect. Oh god, please don't execute me. You still, yep. Alright. Get a little bit of fresh air over here, boys. Don't ask why. Suddenly, it's a bit drafty in the church. See if I can get away with a little bit of funny business. Yoop. I'm mainly interested in stowing more of my stolen goods, but it might not be a bad idea to just keep them on me now. Plenty of ways to leave. Yeah, give me all of it. Fuck it. Just don't get caught. Don't get caught trespassing specifically. It seems I imagine those checks get harder and harder, but it seems I can get away with talking my way out of neglecting my duties pretty consistently. All right, gang. Nearly 5. Is it just an hour of prayer? No, I think it's at 6 a.m. we get to leave, so it is 2 full hours of prayer and Gregorian chanting. That track is clearly supposed to continue playing, but he's spent too much time talking to people. It seems like time does stand still when you're actually speaking to people, at least for this section, so that's good. Might even just stand still in general, but I can't get a sense for when time is moving in this game and when it's not. Beautiful church. This is a great time to pickpocket people, I guess. Speaking of which... Nothing. Interesting. Where's the brother librarian? Turn in as many of these pages as I can to him. Here he is. So there's brother librarian, there's Yodok. I want to talk to both of them, and then the prior after speaking to both of them. And yeah, probably the last thing I do before killing... I wonder if it might be worth it to tell the prior why I'm here after reporting all of that. Because I should have gotten some really goodwill. All those reputation bumps I just got with, Nevlis? What's his name? Yeah, Nevlis. Oh, gentlemen. There's not really anything else for me to do, otherwise I would be out doing it. Only other thing I can do is look for those pages, but I'm pretty confident. Maybe I can, if you started the quest by finding one of the pages after completing the quest, you'll still have the dialogue option. Is there anything I can do to help here? Seems I don't really need to do this here. Let me try this real quick. KCD scattered pages 1 missing. Yeah, that's not really helpful. And I'm not going to get what I really want out of finishing this quest, but I have it, and I don't like failing quests. Well, here, we don't need most of these anymore, do we? One in the main corridor, and a very easy locked cabinet in the northwest corner. Are any in the church specifically? Very easy locked cabinet in the northwest corner. In the cellar, on the table as you enter the main room. In the frattery, page on top of the lectern along the east wall. Let me look at the rest of the east wall. It occurs to me now that I may have actually only looked at the one, the southernmost lectern on the east wall. Where, in fact, there may yet be another lectern. I just feel like there's nothing else for me to do. I may as well do this, right? Lectern along the east wall. I'm going to take Marathon 3. Because why not? It's a skill book. Yeah, lectern along the east wall, so we got that. The other one's in by the alchemy bench, we got that. Easy log chest northeast corner, got that. On top of a cage southeast corner, got that. In the refectory where you go to eat, northwest corner, got it. Both of the ones in the library. Yeah, I there's only so many times I can retread my steps, so I'm pretty sure it's only telling me 9 out of 10 because I turned one in when I started the quest. Which is not the way they should have programmed it, and I'm worried it might actually lock me out of finishing the quest, but we'll see. Okay, that guy might actually be bad news. So let me just let him pass. And honestly, by the time he gets to me, it might be past 6, and it'll be time for me to get to the library anyway. Perhaps I can speak to my brothers in the interim. Here he comes. Heh, nerd. Oh, are these frescoes that I can admire? No? Okay. Hey, gang. Are we all done? Where's the brother librarian? Or Yodok? That's Lucas. Sorry, Lucas.
Not
oh,
now,
okay, okay.
brother.
Apparently it's... Okay. Oh, dear. Eat with the others. Okay. Very good, very good. Are any of you the brother librarian? Because I think this is one of my windows to actually speak to you. Oh, it's the theme. It's the game's theme. That's fun.
What would you like?
Oh, okay. Antonius will speak to you in a moment. You're a dead man. John. Where's the brother librarian? I have no need to speak to Nevles. Did he maybe turn in already? I don't want to talk to the prior just yet. I want to go ahead and turn in the rest of those books. Or the rest of the pages. Out of the way, you fools. Brother librarian, brother... Oh, he gives the sermon, doesn't he? So he might be one of few people I can't speak to.
Then even...
Oh,
what
no.
do you
Okay,
desire?
I found a few pages of the torn-up book, but I still
I do,
don't have them
though.
all.
Wonderful.
I do, though.
The rule...
That's annoying. And it still says 9 out of 10. We looked at all of them. KCD scattered pages bug. The missing one is indeed in the trunk in the porter's room. I never went to jail. Oh, these fucking miserable people who comment on Steam forums, I swear. Shame this man. WJ Power 2003. Fuck off, dude. Google isn't helpful. And it wasn't helpful in 2022. It was at that point by now. I guess I can check one more time, specifically looking at each individual location, right? So in the main corridor, very easy, locked. The main corridor we already looked at. In the cellar, page on the table when you enter the main room. Yes, looked there. Looked at both of the frateries. In the dormitory, let's go check the dormitory. Northeast chest. This one? Yeah, we already... Although, that might not be the actual chest, come to think of it. Chest in the northeast corner. Which... Monk's habit. This is where that dagger was. Oh, northeast corner, my mistake. Yeah, that'll be this one. I think this is bugged, frankly. But we'll double check every little bit. On top of the cage on the southeast corner, we checked there. I mean, I'll go look again in the light of day. Yeah, this is the cage in question. Yeah, okay. In the refectory where you go to eat, check that. In the library, Abbott's bedroom. Let's go check the refectory. That's where we're supposed to be right now anyway.
I said, I will guard my ways, that I may not sin with my...
Yeah, this is the chest in question. Nothing in there. In the library, and in the Abbott's bedroom. Maybe I'll go check the Abbott's bedroom real quick.
The punishment for sin make us avoid evil words. Therefore,
Hopefully I can.
is the spirit of silence so important? Permission to speak should rarely be granted even to
Not a great time to be trying to go speak to the prior. Though I do have good reason. The guy is, of course, still there. He might see me trespassing immediately. Fuck. Hey.
I'm a new brother, a novice, Gregor. I don't know my way around here yet. You're in charge of the whole monastery, aren't you?
Welcome amongst us. Yes, yes. The Lord wanted me to take over the abbot's duties in his absence, but mainly I'm a servant of God, just like you and all the other brethren. Before God, there's no difference between us. How do you like it here?
I don't know yet. Haven't been here long.
Well, you're too humble. I'm sure you must have some opinion, but I won't pry it out of you.
Will you tell me something about how the abbot is elected?
Of course. Abbot Peter is old, and we're afraid he'll soon be with our Heavenly Father. When he's gone, someone else will have to lead the monastery. All the elder brothers will assemble to choose who that is.
Anyone can become the abbot?
Precisely. We have two candidates, Nevlas and John. As the spiritual shepherd of all of the brothers here, I'm not allowed to publicly express a preference for either. And as a novice, you shouldn't be involved in the election. I know that some brothers have already begun scheming, but don't even think about getting mixed up in it. With the blessing of the Holy Spirit, all will end up as it should be.
I'd like to...
It's not giving me the option to report that stuff for the prior, which... Hey, Dwar, welcome in. Good to see ya. How are you doing? Yeah, I don't even have a quest to report that to the prior, so I don't think the election thing was actually fleshed out. But I guess we'll see. Here, I really would like to slip in there, just even if it means just to see, like...
Don't even look at that cabinet. It contains forbidden books. Brother, this isn't
I know. Give me a sec. In fact, I'm actually just gonna rush in here and see. No, it's not there. Okay, fair enough. They're gonna talk shit at me for trespassing, so I am actually gonna load back a little bit. We really haven't lost any progress. Excuse me. Excuse me. We really haven't lost any progress. It's just gonna be waiting around for Mass to end. And maybe I can talk to some people. Yorok? Alright.
This is not a good...
Yeah, he just says to talk to the prior about it, and it's like, well, it's not very helpful. And the brother librarian, Novice Antonius, yeah. Alright, well, we'll just hang out then. Because there's nothing else for me to do. In the yeah, we're just gonna fail scattered pages, unfortunately, because it is genuinely just broken. Was there anything I chose not to go and double check? There's the stuff in the library on the table along the south wall behind where the monk is transcribing. Let me go check that real quick. Oh, he's not there yet. Perfect. Yeah, on the table behind where the monk is transcribing. Alright, cool. So having turned that in, I am actually just going to snag the Necronomicon right now. There we are. Might be a little suspicious, but I kind of needed to do it. Oh, hey. Sorry, I'm a bit lost. Alright. That's it, really? Yeah, we're unfortunately gonna fail one quest, but it's just bugged. It is what it is. I'm pretty sure that happened to me last time too. That side quest is just bugged, and it's not a very reported bug, so it seems like a lot of people don't have that issue. maybe most people talk to the librarian and get that quest first and learn that there are pages missing from the Ovid, or from Ovid's work. Not the Ovid. I mean, yeah, sure, the Ovid, but you know. So yeah, it's just a matter of, it's not going to let me report any of that to the prior. So, and that might be because of how much of the crimes Henry has directly taken part in. We might just, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to shake out, but we know what we need to do. We know who we need to confront. Potentially. I'll probably, do I have any Savior Schnapps on me? I don't, but I'll tell you what I can do is take a quick moment. Oh, sorry, officer.
Brother, what are you doing?
Come now, brother. Aren't we friends? You know very well that monks can't survive on prayer alone. Forgive me this once.
I'll pretend nothing happened. But this is the last time, brother. Not now, brother.
I do need to go and grab all that stolen stuff. The Necronomicon I have, though, yes? Yes, I do. Can I read it? Ooh, neat. We've got 1 full hour. All right. I don't think I get to talk my way out of abandoning my post again, so we may end up having to spend a full day here, unfortunately. Just so I can walk around at night again, because that may be when I need to confront Antonius. I don't know if I even should confront Antonius. I'm quite convinced it's him, but I'd love to get more information out of him before he dies, because he is going to die. And I don't really want to risk going in jail for the rest of the day. Certainly don't want to risk having this Necronomicon stolen out of my inventory. So yeah, I'll turn in all the pages that I have to the Brother Librarian as soon as Mass is over. Let me just keep an eye on where he is. And yeah. Gonna have to be at 6, so I might not actually be able to follow him every step of the way with how these guys kind of leave in turns. Of course, he's giving the sermon, right, while everyone eats, so he probably leaves first. But maybe he doesn't. Really is a shame about that. It sucks when it's a glitch, you know, that does it. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the hardcore playthrough. You can't save scum in the hardcore you actually might be able to save scum, come to think of it. I imagine you can quit without saving, at least. Okay. The headache has mostly gone away, but not entirely. Coming up on 6 hours. I mean, we're making good time. I wanted to make sure we got out of the monastery by the end of the stream, and we almost certainly will. Got about 40 minutes left in the or 20 minutes left in the stream. That's plenty. It's just a matter of waiting until 6 in the morning. I don't suppose you'll talk to me.
Yeah. Can't you see?
Oh. Oh my. I see you're already getting to the monks, Lucas. Good. Very good. Maybe we truly can have some progressive change for the Brothers of St. Benedict? I think it's St. Benedict's order. Can't remember. It's weird you can't even admire this for a charisma buff. Shall I give the sermon then? I done it once before, you know. Oh, he already left. Yeah, he really tries to go and get a head start. Sure, he won't talk to you until after 6 anyway. They're probably all set to do that. Really hope I can get Mutt back after that. He should. I think it's just because he's stuck for whatever reason. And I close this. Well, now he's not even really stuck, so I don't know what the hell's going on with him. Hopefully he's actually back at the mill when I head back there. Well, you may all be ready to leave, but they won't let me just yet. There we are. All right. First things first, let's go talk to the librarian. Just get all these items out of my inventory before I fail the quest they're associated with.
The rule of Saint Benedict.
What's Saint Benedict?
Talk to me, brother.
I found a few.
Yeah, all right, well, that's a shame. Let's go talk to the prior.
I'm a new brother.
How do
Not terribly much. I was expecting something different.
What could you have been expecting? But you'll get used to it here soon. Until then, you'll have to grit your teeth and do what's expected of you.
Were you
All right, now let me see if I can talk to him again to get a different thing from the first time we have. No. I just don't think they ever actually did that part of the quest where you can report your findings to the prior. All right, take this opportunity to grab all my stolen loot. The Millers are gonna love this. Everything you could have ever possibly wanted from this monastery. And you didn't have to commit a single crime, except for, you know, buying it. But who knows where all this treasure came from.
The priest of Silo. The well-disposed and those of good understanding, let him correct with verbal admonition.
The only thing that I think I might want to go and check is,
Knowing that it is written, the fool is
Siskin.
not corrected with
You got anything else for me, Siskin?
And again,
Praise be to Christ.
your son with the rod, and you will deliver
Will you tell me something?
Look, nothing against you.
All right.
Very well.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's just this, and then, yeah. Yeah.
Guard to my mouth. I was mute and was humbled and kept silence even from good things. Here the prophet shows that if the spirit of silence ought to lead us at times to refrain from good speech,
Ooh.
so much the more ought the punishment.
The only thing I can think to go do is,
Since the spirit of silence is so important.
double check the cellar. You know, apparently it's the first table. I'm pretty sure I looked, but just one last thing that I might do with this time that I now have to spend.
And in another place, death and life.
Oh, that's the prior.
of the tongue. For
So he's coming up here.
belong to the
So hopefully he doesn't notice me in a moment. Oh, there's blood there. That's concerning. Why is there blood there?
But as for coarse jests and idle words, or words that move to laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a
Don't mind me, Prior.
bat. And for such conversation we do not permit a disciple to open his mouth. Therefore, when anyone receives the name of abbot, he ought to govern his disciples with a twofold teaching. That is to say, he should show them all that is good and
Okay. Just want to pop down into that cellar one last time. It's the only one that I'm not, like, certain is the thing. I do remember picking it up there. It's not in here, is it? I already checked this for produce. Yeah, no, it's unless it's glitched through, and it doesn't look like it has. That sucks. Yeah, quest is just bugged. Well, it is what it is. I wonder if there's an achievement for completionists for like actually 100%ing the game. What the requirements are for getting that. Seems like my best bet at this point is to save and then confront Antonius. Mostly because I'm hoping it's just a good way to get him away from everyone else so that I can kill him and hide his body.
Deliver his soul from death.
Let's eat, shall we? No need to draw immediate suspicion. Lucas. I like eating next to you, Lucas. I think you're my favorite. I mean, you're easily my favorite, frankly. You've got a vagabond, a serial rapist, and a murderer. And then there's you. Vagabond's not the right word, you know, a scalawag, if you will. Son of a noble who enjoyed a very comfortable life. Until he didn't. What happens to your nourishment, I wonder, when you're sitting here eating? I wouldn't be surprised if your nourishment just doesn't go down while you're here. I want to save, you see. There's not really anything I can do to force a save. I mean, I can just save and quit. I can do that exploit if I really want to. And I kind of like the sound of it, frankly. Yeah. Yeah, what am I hanging around for? Right? There's nothing else for me to do here. Eat with the others. Yeah. We've got the Necronomicon. Hopefully. Can't imagine where the hell... Oh. Oh. What? Do I need to go get Necronomicon too? This appears to be pointing to the alchemist's shop. Or the rat house, I suppose. I swear she told me to look in the monastery, but I guess the whole time we were supposed to go to the fucking Ratte. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, well. Let's exploit here. Get an exit save. Oh, that's not where I expected this to be. Whoa. Here we are. Where's Steam? Weird. Deep silver. Cry engine. Hard to believe sometimes. Perfect. All right. Right where we left off. 12 minutes. 12 minutes to finish this quest. I think we got it. Oh, briefly was very sanitary in here. All right, Antonius. I'll talk to you.
I've heard you're from Vlashim.
Yes, why do you ask? And more importantly, where did you hear it? Since I'm quite sure I've never told you. Honestly, the monks like to gossip more than old wives at the market.
Because I've heard otherwise. You aren't from Vlashim. You made it all up.
And who told you that? Whoever it was, he's a liar. It's complete nonsense.
I found a dagger in your stash.
And why shouldn't you have? I did hide it there after all. Do you often go through other people's belongings?
Well then, I have a question for you. I think you know what it is. What does a monk need a dagger for?
That dagger's the only thing I have left of my father. It was in our old shop, under the counter. Father kept it there to protect himself from thieves. When I was little, I admired that dagger so much. I asked Father if he'd give it to me when I was older. He always said yes, but only after he was dead.
Go on, please.
Now Father's dead and I'm here. That piece of steel is the only thing I have left from the outside world. I know it's not suitable for a monk, but I can't part with it. Now you can give it back to me. Thou shalt not steal.
I'd rather keep it. It might come in handy.
But you can't. It's not yours. So you're nothing but a common thief. I hope your conscience will get the better of you one day and you'll return it.
Mm-hmm.
I need to make a confession.
I'm no priest, but tell me what you've done. It's probably nothing to worry about.
I'm here in the monastery looking for a thief. He had a hand in burning down the Neuhof stud.
You don't say. And who are you to take such an interest?
Someone whose job it is to investigate the case, find the perpetrators and make sure they get the punishment they deserve.
Punishment? Do you intend to punish them here, in the monastery?
I don't know yet. I'm still just on their trail. Perhaps you could help me find him?
The missing thief? If I knew anything, I'd tell you, but I suppose it must be one of the novices. I've only recently heard about the Neuhof incident, and all the other brethren have been here much longer than that.
I know. Aside from me, there are only 4 novices, but still, I don't know which one he could be.
3? Please, leave me out of it. And you're right that it could be any one of them. No one knows anything about Lukas. Siskin might be a lot of things, but a monk isn't one of them. And Yodok is a slimy worm. It wouldn't surprise me if he was behind that massacre. Actually, the more I think about it, the less I like that Yodok. He's a treacherous rat who'd do anything to get in someone's good books. The thought of Yodok at Neuhof sends chills up my spine.
I don't think it was him. But please, don't tell a soul what we've been talking about.
Don't fret, my friend.
I know you're Pius, the man I've been looking for.
So you're finally sure? Tell me, Gregor, or Karl, or whatever your true name is. What do you want to do now?
I should kill you.
And why would you want to do that? Because that's what they told you to do. I was a bandit, and I was at Neuhof. I've robbed and stolen, but I swear to God I've never in my life slain innocent people. What I saw at Neuhof made me realize my life was worth shit, but I still had a chance to change for the better. Here in the monastery I've had plenty of time to think things over, but then you showed up and fucked it all up.
So the evildoer changes his ways and finds God. What exactly are you proposing?
Both of us can leave this place. You can go back to your people, and I can go somewhere where I can live out my life in peace, and no one will try to kill me. If we work together, we can both get what we want.
What if I wanted a different option?
You could kill another novice, I suppose. If news of the murder got out from the monastery, my former friends might believe I'm dead. But I'm offering you a solution that doesn't require any killing. Before we make a run for it, we'll make it look like someone's killed me. Loads of blood, a tattered scrap of my habit, and footprints leading towards the river. No one will bother looking for my body there. There we'll split up. You go for your bounty, and I'll get as far away from here as I can.
Good. Let's do it your way.
Good. I'm glad that despite our initial discord, we could reach an agreement. Here, take something to calm your stomach. Now we'll need the keys to the monastery and some blood to make the tracks.
What are you going to do?
I need to get ready for a long journey. Prepare supplies, get some normal clothing somehow, that sort of thing. You can escape in that habit, but I need to vanish as fast as I can.
What do I need the keys to the monastery for?
How else will we get out? This place is practically a prison.
Do you mean these keys?
What? I'm not going to ask you how you got your hands on those, you devious lad.
And where am I supposed to get my hands on blood in a monastery?
You'll find a parchment in the kitchen with a list of ingredients on it. All the things they're ordering. Add blood for making soup to the list. And when it's delivered the next day, take it before anyone notices it's even come.
Okay.
All right, that's everything I need to know. I can get started.
Excellent. Come and see me once you have everything. And try to be as fast as you can. And Gregor, thank you.
Yeah, all right. I assumed this whole time that he was a murderer, but then I remembered no one actually got killed in Neuhof. I mean, some horses got killed, but yeah, you know what? He does seem kind of repentant, and I don't think these are equal punishments. For all I know, he didn't even kill anyone. Is this a marked quest at the moment? Get the blood. Yeah, okay. So where is this? They said it was in the kitchen, yeah? I really don't want to be caught trespassing in here. They absolutely said it was in the kitchen. Oh. Cool. Officer? Fucking hell. Well, we're kind of at the point where I may as well spend this time training alchemy. Unfortunately, we are going to have to be here another day, which I was not counting on with all the stealing I've been doing. Having the Necronomicon on me and all that, but hey, we'll manage.
It's a mystery, but one that'll be soon solved.
Yeah, what shall we make? I can continue making the same stuff as before, I guess. I may as well, right? Here, I'll tell you what, I don't need all these dried foods. I'm gonna go ahead and just... He might actually have more money by now, come to think of it. Where is this guy? Solarius, is that you? It is. I think you've had enough to eat, friend.
What is it, brother?
You have some interesting skills for a monk. Don't suppose you want to tell me how you picked them up?
What's there to tell? We were all young and foolish once. I was a student in Prague, completely broke, living from hand to mouth and studying all day. It wasn't an easy life.
So you turned to stealing?
I set about securing a livelihood as best I could. A goose, some new shoes, a bit of coin to spend with my friends. Without that little bit extra, I'd never have completed my studies. I would have turned into a beggar. And who else do you know that can say he's serving God thanks to having been a thief?
No one, brother. Thank you for telling me your story.
Okay, apparently we have to do this again.
I'd like to...
So you heard, I'll treat...
You don't have any wealth? Do you have any lockpicks? You don't. Okay, well, never mind. It's worth a look. 20 lockpicks is definitely more than you're going to need for this, to be fair. Do you have anything specifically for me today, Nevlis? Oh.
What troubles you?
Never mind. Nevlis? There you are.
What do you desire?
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you. Today it's your
More
task to concoct.
digestion.
Once you finish them,
okay.
You'll find me...
Okay. More digestion. We only need to really make the one. Oh, and I can just quick make this. Because I'm never going to need more potions of digestion. Pretty sure you only get one for quick crafting until you get the second rank. Digestive potion. 2 chamomile, 1 mint. Oh, do they restock this every day? Nice. 2 chamomile. Honestly, this is close enough to one of the entrances that you could probably just break in whenever you need a frequently replenishing supply of alchemical ingredients. Or you could go outside and train herbalism. Right, remind me then. 2 chamomile, 1 mint. Grind the chamomile. And spirits, I think so. Yeah. I guess if you're boiling it, you do kind of burn off a lot of the alcohol there. Maybe it's just because these are not alcohol or not water solvent. Handful of mint and 2 of chamomile. We will go ahead and skip that ad break. It's not really worth it. 2. Yeah, just grind the chamomile first. Drop everything in, boil, but we are not going to boil. That was indeed chamomile, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, I can just quick craft this, can I? Hang on. Yeah, auto brew. There we are. Here you are, Mr. Nevlas, sir.
Talk to me, brother.
I finished my...
Show me what you... Spectacular, Gregor.
Very good. Well, unfortunately, we are just kind of going through the motions for the rest of the day. Which really sucks, because I don't have anything to read or any of that. We're going to be translating again later. Could have done this in a day if I'd confronted the Antonius sooner. I never stole Marathon 3. Forgot about that. Well, suppose I could read. Would they mind if I took this? Just train Henry's reading skill and, you know, give me something to do while we wait. I could just leave with these too. Bouquet. Breezes waft through princely woods. A maiden hurries to the stream to draw water in an iron-hooped pail. To the girl a bouquet floats, a fragrant bouquet of violets and roses. When she reaches for the bouquet, she falls, alas, in the water cold. If I only knew, bouquet so fair, who sowed you in the fertile soil, I'd give a golden ring to him. If I only knew, bouquet so fair, who bound you with a silky stem, I would give him the very pin from my hair. If I only knew, bouquet so fair, who dropped you in the water cold, I would give him the wreath from my head. Abandoned. Ah, you forest, forest dark, you forest of Miletin, how is it you alone are green in winter as in summer? I would fain not weep, nor grieve my heart, but tell me true, good people, would you not cry thus? Where is my father, dear father? He is lying in his grave. Where is my mother, good mother? The grass, it grows above her. I've no brother, I've no sister. Young men took them from me. Sad. On the Czech campaign in Lombardy. The Czech campaign in Lombardy. 1. The mighty Emperor Frederick, known as Barbarossa, decided to invade the country of Lombardy, for the elders and burghers were ignoring the imperial charter, dishonoring it, and disregarding imperial power. And also because the treacherous Vlachs wanted to agree a pact with the Pope against the Emperor and to usurp his power. Knowing well the courage and skill of the Bohemian warriors, the Emperor asked the Czech Prince Vladislav of the House of Przemysl for the support of his troops in the campaign. In return for his aid, the Emperor let the Bohemian prince be crowned and issue a royal edict, so that the Czechs would have a king of their own. So the Emperor did in January of the year, I don't know, I'm not well versed enough in Roman numerals to know what M, C, or L stand for. In the year thereafter, the emperor and his forces marched on Lombardy to bring order to the country and especially to humble the rich and glorious city of Milan, where the greatest insurrection was underway. Here, too, the Czech were of great help, bravely fighting the Vlachs whenever they encountered them. They built a bridge across the river Ada, where the Milanese had torn down the old bridge to halt the emperor's advance. The Czechs held off the Lombardian troops so that the emperor and his army could cross the river and besiege the town. And so it came about that in the month of August the city was besieged, and the Czechs were given the task of guarding the gate of St. Dionysius. For a month the imperial army laid siege, engaging more than once with the Milanese, and every time the Czechs fought bravely and powerfully, for which they subsequently earned great recognition from both the Imperial soldiers and the Milanese. The Czechs thought up all manner of ruses and tricks to frighten the enemy, such as making life-size figurines of bread dough, which, within sight of the battlements, they roasted on a fire and ate, to spread fear among the Milanese that they ate children, or blackening their faces with charcoal and fighting wildly so the enemy would think it was not men but devils who were attacking them. But it is also said that the Czechs shot poisoned arrows at the foe and all manner of other unrighteous deeds. Wonderful. Are we done? How much longer must I wait? Jesus Christ be praised, Father Demetrius, prior. Let's see, work at the frattery, 12 noon, work at the library. Yeah, so we're here till noon. Oh my god. Is time standing still while I'm reading as well? I was hoping we'd be done at the 6-hour mark. But no, we have to dick around for a day. I can make fake blood, can't I? Hang on. Why don't I try that? Well, let me read this first. Excerpt from the Legend of Christianus. Alright, this will take a moment. In the Frankish lands there lived a man whose legs were crippled. In his dreams there appeared to him a man attired in a white robe, who urged him thus, "Get up and go to the city of Prague, and the cathedral of St. Vitus. There lies the body of the blessed martyr Wenceslas, and there your health shall be restored." When the man ignored this, the man in a white robe appeared to him again, and said, "Why have you not heeded and gone? That you might walk again." And he, beside his wits, did answer willingly, "I will go, sir." And leaning on his cane, he went to some merchants who were getting ready to go there, and paid them, and with their help came to the named place. And there in the church of the two saints he threw himself on the flags before all, and with long prayers and weeping begged our Lord to have mercy on him for the sake of Saint Wenceslas. And no sooner did he stand up from the prayer than by divine grace his knees were firmed, and he gave thanks to God and to blessed Saint Wenceslas, by whose intercession the Lord deigned to heal him. When the glory and renown of this and other such miracles of the sacred martyr spread far and wide, there were those who were tempted to take the remains of the sacred body to keep for themselves or give to their loved ones. There were those who acted by good will, that the name of the martyr be spoken of in all the provinces. But when those of ill will, or out of covetousness, tried to do so, they soon succumbed to vengeance. At that time the saint's own sister, Pribislava, as far as the human eye can judge, living beneath a sacred veil, did get embroiled in such things, her accomplice in the matter being the priest of St. Stephen's Church. But by the church there was a pilgrim, who they took to be saintly, and whose bad advice they heeded to do the deed. To make a short tale of it, taking him with them on the appointed night, they made him a party to their unfortunate deed. Disinterring the sacred body, they began their desecration, for the priest's son did disrespectfully handle the jaw of the saintly remains and pull it out. This they wrapped in a cloth and covered the rest of the body again with earth. For the relic they took, they kept what share they wanted and distributed the rest among their friends. But soon the wrath of God descended on them all. However, since, as is known, this happened recently and is abundantly familiar, I regard it as superfluous to put in this account. I only write down that sudden and unexpected death surprised them, and they departed from this world. Neat. I didn't want that to be marked as read when I have not actually read it. Yeah, so what's the recipe for fake blood? Because I might genuinely be able to just do that, but the fake blood thing might have been a DLC. No, actually, I don't think it was, because it was, yeah, that I think that's default stuff. Poppy, St. John's wort, and thistle. I think the poppies I might need to, Poppy, St. John's wort, and thistle. For the poppies, I might need to go out. St. John's wort. Yeah, they don't have any thistle either. Shit. Double check that. Yeah, no thistle. Just quickly go out into the garden. Oh, there are some lads. Any thistle? I don't remember what it looks like. Oh, it might not grow here. Don't mind me. Oh dear. Need poppies as well. It doesn't look like any of those grow here either. Hello? Yeah, marigold. I don't see any poppies. That sucks. Alright. So, making fake blood would not be an option. We'll use real blood. Excuse me, gentlemen. Okay. Well. God, I don't want to sit here doing alchemy. Let's continue reading books then. Books I haven't read. Oh, John Mandeville. But not Day Mandeville. Oh, no. Apparently we've already read it anyhow. Maiden's War 1. The Maiden's War. Upon the death of Princess Labousse. Labusi? The maidens who had enjoyed her accompaniment found that they were no longer held in great esteem. In the great esteem they had once enjoyed. They recalled how their princesses had ruled over the male part of their tribe, and when the menfolk said unto them, Hark, you have ruled over us, we have bowed before you, and now you seem as sheep that have gone astray. Their anger rose greatly. In the anger of the women and maidens having caught fire, the females of the tribe took up spears and swords and waged war against the men under the command of Vlasta, Labusi's attendant of highest standing. On her command, they built the castle at Devon, and then dispersed throughout the land to call into service all women to wage war against their husbands and brothers. Yet hardly a soul took them seriously, and it was with great mirth that the men did observe these girls taking up arms and learning to saddle horses. However, Premisel, the wise ruler that he was, did not find merriment in these actions, and warned his men to broker a peace. His warnings were not heeded, however, and they set out to Devon in great merriment. But alas, the women did not flee. With Vlasta in the lead, they charged out of the gate, chainmail on their bodies, helmets on their heads, and spears aimed to kill. If we allow ourselves to be vanquished, called out Vlasta, it will be then that the men shall laugh at us. We shall become their servants and slaves, for it is better to die than to give up. Strike at the men, at each and every one, and be he brother or father. And the Furies then did set upon them, until 300 men lay dead in their own blood, and the rest had fled. When news of this victory had spread throughout the land, other women did not falter, and came straight forth to Devon, and hence the men were greatly aggrieved at home, for they were alone, and they were aggrieved on the battlefield as well, for the women gave them no quarter, sparing neither brother nor father. Neat. Sigismund of Luxembourg. Is time not passing while I'm doing this? I think it is. Sigismund of Luxembourg. King Sigismund of Hungary. The son of Emperor Charles IV and his fourth wife, Elizabeth of Pomerania, may not have inherited the royal or imperial throne, as his brother Wenceslas did. But from his father, his slyness, intelligence, and political talent he did inherit, qualities his brother, the future king, was desperately lacking. For the ginger hair he was born with, and his slyness, which he did display many a time in his youth, he was given the sobriquet of the ginger fox. Sobriquet? By which he was later called by his enemies specifically. Sigismund is learned and popular, and his great indulgence is competing in the tourneys in 7 languages of the world does he speak. Since 1387, he has been the King of Hungary, when he wed Mary of Hungary, who was at the time engaged to be married to the Duke of Orleans. Thus, many of evil tongue do say he took her by force and unjustly. However, it may have been, though, he successfully defended his right to rule Hungary. Later, seeing his brother Wenceslaus's inability to rule, he did collude with Jobst of Moravia, and did commence to plot against Wenceslaus, who ended up in his captivity with the great support of the Czech nobleman. Who would rather see Sigismund sit upon the throne than an inept ruler who devotes his time and efforts more to drinking and hunting than to performing his royal duties? But Wenceslaus was freed by his other brother, and thus Sigismund's plan to seize power in Bohemia failed. In the year 1396, Sigismund planned a crusade and took up arms against the Ottoman Turks, but to the misfortune of all Christians, he was defeated at the Battle of Nicopolis, and thus he was removed himself to Hungary. Later, when his brother Wenceslaus's rule in Bohemia deteriorated to the point where his own nobility rose up against him, he called upon his brother for assistance, and he did truly set off to Bohemia with a powerful Hungarian army. But being knowledgeable of the local situation, instead of helping his brother, he occupied his castles and towns, and had his brother imprisoned, taking the crown for himself and finally bringing order to the land. Many do say he is a traitor, whilst others do praise his deeds. In all respects, however, he is indeed a much better ruler. Spoiler alert, apparently. Oh my god, he's still a monk. Yeah, so I'm in a situation now where I have to just wait until tomorrow for something. All the pieces have fallen into place. I know who we're here for. I could kill him, but I don't really want to end the quest that way. So we're just dicking around until tomorrow morning. We'll grab some blood. We'll tell our buddy that the plan is a go. And then we'll be done being monks and the stream can end. Because I don't want to still be a monk next week. This is good inspiration for the Christmas server, though. We are going to be building a monastery this year. Saint Saint... Oh, perfect. All right. I have another book to read, but there's plenty more books in the library as well. All right, Mr. Librarian. What am I doing here?
What is it, brother?
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, all right. Nonam, Lupliam, or potentially Bupliam? Okay, I'm leaning towards Nonam Tufum. Could that be a T? It's definitely an N. We are not starting with a T, I'm pretty sure. They did a pretty good job making this ambiguous, didn't they? Any other words I can cling to here? I see et. It's definitely not at, so I don't think it's this one. That's Teonym. Teonym. Now, is that an L or an S? It's not an S. There we are. I wonder if this gets easier with your reading skill. Ruim et. Okay, well, the only one that says et. Oh boy. I see Ufrael, which I think is an archdemon. Belus? Okay, I'm leaning. Oh, Israel. Right. Fair enough. I mean, not really. but yeah, sure, fair enough. In the context. I gotta say, I was playing Slay the Spire and not watching the stream and thought you'd had a stroke for a moment. Oh, yes. There's not much difference between mispronounced Latin and having a stroke. It's basically speaking in tongues, isn't it? We don't really need to sit and watch the pre-render all over again. Alright, how'd I do? Where's the boss? Hey, boss.
Oh no, such a waste of parchment.
Sorry.
How could you?
Apparently I still got good reputation out of that. Alright, well, we're still just kind of waiting around. No one finds the Necronomicon in my pocket. Oh, here, we've got another book to read, don't we? Can I get more XP if I sit down for this? Can I... Is there anywhere in here where I can sit down? No. The monks aren't allowed to sit. Aren't allowed to do fucking anything, apparently. What was his name? The guy I'm looking for. The book was about Procopius, I think. Something about Procopius. Yeah, St. Procopius in the Sasau Monastery. On St. Procopius, Abbot Procopius, a good check of outstanding learning, was first an earthly priest, who led an honorable life in full devotion to God. Later, when much blood had been spilt in the kingdom of Bohemia, he went into reclusion, far away from people, to be disturbed by no man, and far from all that is earthly and impure, and to find isolation and peace, so that he could pray to God. With great passion in his heart, he denied his wife and his home, his worldly property, his relatives and friends, and lo, even his own self did he deny, subjecting himself to God's will alone. Fleeing from the tempest of human society and full of love for Christ, he left for the wilderness, and there he settled under the arches of an abandoned cave, whither armed with but the armor of his faith and the swords of the heavens did he drive forth the demons that had ere lived at that place. For many years did he dwell in the cave, his virtues shielding him from all temptation and impropriety. Prayer, fasting, and keeping vigil bound him fast to the firm rock that is Christ. Through the mercy of the heavens, did tales of the most holy Procopius's virtues spread, so that people from all corners of the earth began to seek him out. This clean, pure, and prudent man did listen to their pleas and confessions, and thus their hearts were turned to faith, and their thoughts corrected. From the many gifts that were brought to him, he then built a monastery over this cave, and for the greater glory of the Virgin Mary and St. John the Baptist, he called forth a gathering of several most pious brothers in Christ. Alongside his brethren, he pursued a pious life of strict morals, and, using the rule of the good Father Benedict as a model, for them he did establish monastic rules for worshipping God. Later, when Procopius had died, and his soul had entered into heaven, a saint and his body in his cave did lie. The monastery received his name, and thereafter has borne the title, the Benedictine Monastery of St. Procopius. No man can disturb me. I am no man. And then Eowyn tickles him. It's perfect. Try and live a Christly life after Eowyn tickles you. Can't be done. Your little monkhood will just crush into itself. It will be cinematic. 1 p.m. How long do we have until bedtime? I don't want anyone to get mad at me for sleeping all day, but I honestly get the impression you can probably get away with that. Everyday labors. 12 to 4. At 4 we do afternoon worship, so we gotta go back to Mass. At 6 we do supper, and then at 7 you're allowed to go to sleep. Let's keep reading. St. Adalbert. Oh, this is stolen. Is everyone cool with me having this book in my pocket? Cool. On St. Adalbert. Upon the death of Bishop Dietmar, the first bishop of the Kingdom of Bohemia, Wojtek, known as Adalbert of the Slavnik clan, took his place. It transpired in the year 982. Recalling to mind the words of his predecessor that amongst the common people many injustices had spread, that polygamy amongst the nobility and blood feuds amongst the people did flourish, that no soul did honor neither Sabbath nor holy days, and in their place they held markets, that Christians were sold into slavery, and that in the countryside pagan customs did flourish, he resolved to devote his life to fighting against such iniquity. For 5 years did he endeavor to eradicate these iniquities, but he failed, and disgusted he traveled to Rome to beg the Holy Father for counsel. And he said unto him, My son, if you are incapable of leading your people, then redraw, and at least try to save yourself. And he wanted to journey to Jerusalem. But it was impossible to pass himself off as a common pilgrim, for his bishop's vestments gave him away, but cast them aside he could not. And he gave his possessions to the poor, and he did cast aside his vestments. And he secluded himself in a Benedictine monastery for several years. But here as well did see how morality had been degraded, and how the monks lived a nearly earthly life, and in disgust he departed and returned to pastoring in the cloister and the crosier. To rectify at least some things, he founded Brevnov Monastery, as well as several others, and invited monks of great morals to them to live and devote themselves to God according to the strictest monastic laws. In the year of our Lord 995, a horrible catastrophe struck his family. Every last man and child was murdered at the fortified town of Libice. where only Adalbert escaped. Perhaps because he was not there, or perhaps because no soul dared lay a hand upon a bishop. People evil of tongue claim that it was the Premislit clan that did commit this massacre to solidify its power in Bohemia. Others say that it was Adalbert himself who was responsible, for he offered an adulterous wife, who according to custom should have been killed, asylum in his church, and thus the disgraced clan of the husband wanted vengeance, but not finding him at Liebice, they killed his family instead. Sorrowed and disgusted, Adalbert once again retired from his affairs and set off as a missionary to the north, to the land of pagan Prussians. There, he desired to spread the Christian faith and to fight against the pagans, against the pagans' idolatry. But the local inhabitants did not wish to see him and greeted him with stones and sticks. Seeing such idolatry, he destroyed their idols and chopped down their sacred grove, for they did bow before trees and considered them to be holy. When the pagans saw this, they killed Adalbert, and their trees did drink his blood, and his body left there. It was only Boleslaus the Brave who had the holy remains of this martyr taken to Prague. Did he? Or did he go vaguely towards Prussia and come back with some bones? Some more reading than Henry's ever done in his life, but when in Rome, I guess. The Peculiar Siege of Prague. Well, hey, that's what it's all for. In the year of our Lord 1401, in the summer after the Prince Elector stripped King Wenceslaus of the title of Holy Roman Emperor due to his inability and unwillingness to rule, the army of Jobst, Margrave of Moravia, and the League of Lords appeared before the gates of Prague, alongside the armies of William of Mason, with the support of Prokop, the cousin of the king, who was initially sent to William to discourage him from war, but in the end he joined with him. Together they laid siege to the town from two sides, from north and south, but their strength was not so great that they could take the town by storm, or even to fully encircle its walls. King Wenceslaus did not want to come out of the safety of the town walls with his army, so all the armies remained in place and waited to see what would happen. And none of those laying siege wanted to send their army against Prague to destroy it, for they did not wish to cause any injury to the kingdom of Bohemia, but only force Wenceslaus to capitulate and relinquish the crown of Bohemia. Sigismund of Luxembourg, who had been vying for the throne, remained at the time in the captivity of his own subjects, and thus he could not come to the aid of either side. It is said that if he were to have come to the aid of someone, he would have likely helped his brother Wenceslaus, although he had warred with him at other times, because blood is blood, and it would be preferable for the crown to stay in the family. The besiegers of Prague kept up their siege, and even brought food and supplies to the people of Prague, for rowdy soldiers did not plunder the surrounding area and spared the farms. Seeing this willingness of this army, the army of Prague had no desire whatsoever to commit violent deeds. 17 days did the armies lay siege, 17 days did they negotiate and make schemes so complicated that many got lost in them, and they began to conspire against each other. On the 17th day, Jobst and the League of Lords came to an agreement with King Wenceslaus that the former will not have to relinquish the crown, but decision-making in government shall be left to the nobles from then on, and that he should endeavor no more to rule. William, seeing that no fruits would be borne, retreated with his army back to Mason. The peculiar siege ended without loss even, of life or injury. The only one to suffer loss was Wenceslaus, for the soldiers in the royal siege encampments had slaughtered all the game in the royal preserve to fill their bellies. Shame. What do we got then? As far as reading goes, I'm level 16. Ain't that something? All books are cheaper in shops. If you're sitting comfortably, you get double the reading bonus. Doesn't matter to you where you read, you get a learning bonus anywhere you read, or the whole map is revealed to you, showing all settlements, hunting spots, and caves. Do I have the capacity to get all of these? I just hit level 16, 18, 20. I think I'm gonna have to leave one behind. Colleague is gonna be the obvious one. Take cartographer. Reveal it all to me. Beautiful. No more fog of war. And everything is marked. This isn't all that great, but for a true completionist run it would be. I'd be able to go around and look at everything. Wouldn't really have to scan the map the same way. lots of caves that I could go explore that I've never even given the time of day. 2:30. At this point, I've already stolen all of the books from here. I've had enough of you. Oh, I don't want to keep reading. My voice is tired. I want to end the stream, but I don't want to continue being here. I want to be done with this quest. But here we are at 6.5 hours. It's a good thing it's a good thing I forgot to start the recording, because this VOD is about to need to be cut anyway to fit on YouTube. I wish I had a skill book. Oh, you know what? There is a skill book I could potentially go steal real quick if I really want to pass time. Didn't even think about that. I may have been spotted. I don't think I was, though, to be honest. Just gonna wait for Crouching Chameleon. Nobody's any the wiser. Let me go back up to where I'm supposed to be. Excellent. Don't mind me, lads. Just reading a stolen book. Marathon 3. On Vitality. I don't even know if I'm going to get anything out of this. Study this until, just for an hour for now, I guess. Cool, we actually have a way to progress time, at least. I think my Vitality's maxed out. Maybe not. Apparently not. What time do I have to leave? 4 p.m. afternoon worship. And it is nearly 4 p.m. Okay. We can read while we worship. I'm sure no one's going to get that mad at me.
Don't even look at that camera.
Pretty sure 3 hours at this bit rate is about as far as I can go. Before the VOD needs to get split up to fit on YouTube. This VOD's coming up to 2:48. Don't suppose there's anywhere I can sit in this room. Wouldn't think so. Oh, am I allowed to be in here? Yeah, that's fine. However, no benches. Okay, well, that's fine. Probably read slower standing up anyway. Study this for an hour. Then we have to go eat. Still want me in here, huh? Why? Oh, it's 2 full hours. All right, and then we need to be moving along. So 1 more hour of this, by which point it will be 6 p.m. We can go sit in the cafeteria and read for another hour, and then we'll sleep until the morning, and hopefully there will be blood with which we can fake a murder. Oh, I'm on my way. I'll go eat with all of them. I can actually be seated while I do this. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here. Not hungry. Real quick. It's currently 6 and this goes till 7. Cool. Just an hour. It's fine. Glad this is in here. Kind of wish I'd been doing this the whole time. All right. Let's go to bed. Should be able to sleep until 3. I didn't want to sit. Come on now, Henry. Please get up. Please get up quickly. I really don't feel like waiting. Come on, buddy. I'm getting impatient. Okay. Right until right before 3, because ideally I don't have to wait for mass again, so I'll be able to go. I mean, hopefully at 3 what ends up happening is I can go and find the blood having been delivered. We'll find out. Seems like your nourishment does stay still. There's so I confronted the guy after getting all the information I needed to find out which of the novices I'm actually looking for here. And he convinced me that it's probably not quite fair to murder him for, raiding a stud farm in which no one died, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to fake his death instead. So yesterday I had to put on the grocery list blood. And hopefully today it's arrived. We're going to use that blood to fake a murder. Don't really understand how that's going to play out. That is why I am still here. Yes, it's quite the crafty little scheme, really. And none of the monks thought it strange you were asking for blood. I just added it to the list. No one saw me. Pretty sure someone out there just kind of does what they're told as far as what the list says. But I get the impression that there's no blood here yet. So how long do I have to wait for that to actually spawn, I wonder? Okay. Apparently a little bit longer. Maybe at 3. It's almost 3. Here. Optional get blood. Okay, so it is actually, it's a marked objective, so it should, I mean, it might even show me on the map, but, maybe not. Okay. When the blood spawns, though, it should show me where it is. I really hope so. I don't want to have to wait around for most of a day, constantly checking back to see if it's there. This quest is annoying enough. I don't think that that's a guy I need to worry about. That might be. Oh, or is everyone already up and about? Well, it's 3 a.m. Hello, Solarius. Seems like the kitchen staff are all getting up. Maybe that's good for me. Come on then, please. Just waiting for that blood to end up where it's supposed to go. Maybe it'll be after morning mass. That was what I actually wanted to look up. Is it, I ordered the blood, now I just have to wait for it to arrive. There's no other mention to when I can imagine. Yeah. Alright. Just gotta wait. I guess the idea is, you know, using blood for, like, cooking. I know blood is used in some recipes. Some blood sausage or something? I don't know. Blood is used in a lot of recipes. See, I had a feeling. The annoying thing is that I have to trespass, I imagine, to go and find that blood. I'd hate to get locked up, but they might. Solarius. No luck finding them bloods, then. They're so polite, waiting for each other to get in the door. Pancakes and potato cakes in Sweden can use cow's blood. We use pig and cow blood for black pudding is what I was trying to think of. Some cultures put it in broths and stews. I can certainly see it. Probably not a terrible source of... I mean, I'm sure it's a great source of iron. Right, shall I read a book now? We're probably gonna have to sit through the next mass. They're all about to go and get up for it. Alright. Alright. Whole extra hour it will have taken just to wait for this day to be over. Like 12 hours, something like that. Just a lot of waiting around. I could just kill him. But we've waited so long at this point. Oh, I think everyone wants to be going to mass. I imagine by the first meal of the day, it's ready. It's just... okay. With that, I'm gonna go check again to see if the blood is there. Just real quick. I know, I'm not meant to be here. Whenever the rest of you are ready to fuck off. Is that it? Is that everyone? Okay. You would think it would be right next to where I put it, so... Alright, I'll be going over there. Just let me not get marked. Imagine coming home from a hard day's work at the cracker factory and your wife wants to talk, but you had an argument with your boss today and you just need to chill. You only get about 45 minutes of free time every day before dinner is ready, and then it's time to play with the kids, and this is the part of the game you're on. Oh my god. Yeah. That would be a shame. Just a lot of sitting around. One of the YouTubers I watched recently played this game for the first time, and it's on a podcast he has with another YouTuber friend of his. He didn't say specifically where in the game he was, but he said, I'm getting to a part of the game where it's really starting to feel like they were running out of money. And I'm pretty certain that this is exactly what he was referencing. It's just, they didn't have the budget to make this part interesting, so they didn't. Which YouTuber? Any Austin, specifically on the podcast he has with another YouTuber called Memoria. They call it the GLHF podcast, and I listen every week. It's a good podcast, all things considered. It's kind of, bullshit nonsense, but have a lot in common, I think, with just at a base level with the two people talking, and they're talking about video games broadly, so it's a fun listen. Ah! Very good. I think you understand. I follow him on YouTube, but I have not heard of the podcast. I'll check it out. Yeah, it's fun. It's a very low stakes podcast. They're never covering any heavy things, but it's nice to listen to while doing other stuff. Where is the book that I wish to read through this? Because we do 2 full hours of Mass, don't we? Everyday Labors. Yeah, 4 to 6. Okay. And it's currently almost 5, so let's just read this for an hour. No, I haven't. Oh, right. Because I slept, I continued to gain experience in that book. Oh, the dog's gone. Good. I was worried about that. Been listening to Cox and Krender for about 14 years, and it's basically 2 people chatting bullshit for an hour every week. Totally down for another one. Nice. Epic. Fantastic. Yeah, it's solid then, if you're already open to that. Oh my god, guy. I don't want to chance leaving, because this is the most likely time for you to get called out for not being where you're supposed to be. And I don't want to end up in the dungeon for 22 hours. Especially with all this stolen stuff on me. I have no idea where they're going to put it. At least there's something nice to listen to. Of course, the Gregorian chants, they do kind of just blend into background noise pretty quick. Perhaps we could make a game. Try and sprint through each row of them. They're not very uniform, are they? Oh, Henry. I thought you were stronger than that. I thought you had better stamina than that, Henry. Oh my god, it's been like 15 minutes. They should have put more skill books in here. What's going on in the rest of Sasau then? I just want to look. I bet I could snag some of that road stew if I was hungry enough, and none of them would ever notice. I can't believe they're just letting Henry run around like a kid at a restaurant. Yeah, they don't seem to care very much what I do, all things considered. I'm not meant to bow my head or anything. Let's get a draft going. We're all wearing nice thick robes, I'm sure. Much better. It's been about 10 minutes since I last checked the clock. Here. Do any of these guys have anything cool on them? Certainly a good opportunity to practice pickpocketing. Some books. Honestly, I don't want your books. Any of you have valuables, which probably not very likely to find on monks. More books. Maybe if you guys have skill books. Well, maybe that's my sign to not continue trying that if I really don't want to get delayed any further. I hope I don't have to wait 24 full hours in game for the blood to show up. That wouldn't make any sense. It would have to be the first meal of the day this shows up, and you just, oh. Well, that's grand. I knew there was a lockpick in this room somewhere. Don't need it now, of course. How I long to be back out there, patrolling Bohemia for cumans and bandits. This was a nice change of pace, all things considered, and we're probably going to do Teresa's side of A Woman's Lot DLC next stream. So it'll be essentially a big long vacation for me from the normal gameplay loop of the game, and then we're probably just going to steamroll the rest of the main story, picking up side quests as they reveal themselves, but not necessarily looking very hard for any more side content. But that may change if I see that I'm really low on percentage completion, but I doubt it. Haven't done the Teresa DLC yet. No, I did one half of it, the half that you can do as Henry, but no, did not do the actual play as Teresa for a few hours part. So yeah, it's gonna be some pretty massive changes in energy. But we did this, we had the whole Band of Brothers DLC immediately before doing this, so that was a fun bit of excitement going in. I do think I chose more or less the right times for this. Okay, eat with others. Now, if the blood isn't, it's meant to be, I'm gonna have a fit. Now's probably a good time to sneak in there. Where's the blood? Ah, goatskin filled with blood. Fuck yeah. That may have been there last time I checked, actually. Okay, now I can speak to the man, tell him we're ready. If he tells me to wait until night, I'll be angry. Unless I can skip time to do it. Where are ya? Where are ya? There you are. David Schwimmer really shines in the DLC. Of course, yes. I'm looking forward to him.
I have everything we need for the escape.
Excellent. Straight after Vespers, we'll meet in the dormitory. We'll have to get it all done before the monks have finished dinner.
What exactly is your plan? And why can't we do it at night?
We're going to prepare a little riddle they'll never solve. And why at mealtime? Because we need the dormitory as well as the church to be empty. Then at night we'll escape. Do you follow? Take everything with you and don't forget the keys.
Good. Once evening mass ends, I'll be in the dormitory.
Wait until the end of evening mass? Now, he said at Vespers, which is 6 p.m. So it's 2 full days, really, that you have to do if you want to go this route. This man. Yeah, Band of Brothers, I see. I knew that it made sense. I believed that it made sense, but I'm glad you clarified. That would have kept me up.
Therefore, the brethren should be occupied at certain times in manual.
Right. It's not even called the Band of Brothers DLC. I knew that sounded wrong. It's the Band of Bastards. How silly of me. Well, fucking, oh my god. I'm gonna see if they let me get away with just sleeping. What a disaster, I know. Should have been an 8-hour stream, apparently. They don't seem to mind. Can you guys just let me sleep until like 8 p.m.? Is anyone gonna get really mad at me about that? Honestly, I feel like if I broke into the prior's office, I might actually be able to get away with it. Yeah, fuck it. Sleep for 9 hours and see what they do. Oh, your nourishment does actually steadily go down. Plenty of food to steal, though. The fact they get mad at you if you sleep is so funny, then devs knew you'd dislike this bit. I don't know for sure if they will, but we'll see. I mean, they'll notice that I have not done anything I was supposed to today. So maybe I just need to duck all of the what are they, comptrollers? I don't know. The assholes moving around. All right. What time is Vespers? $6 p.m. Like 2.5 hours. Right after evening mass. Oh, it's right after evening mass, so okay. Where am I supposed to be right now? The scriptorium, okay. There's the prior, but he's not an narc. All right. Where is he? I'm going to do a better job today, I promise.
What troubles you?
I'm here to work.
Excellent.
All right. That's an S. Okay. There was no ambiguity there. Unleg. I like that one. F-U-P? Okay, well, none of these are close. I'm just gonna guess. We don't need to. Where is he? How do you like it?
Oh, this is quite inexcusable, boy.
I did a great job on day one, man. I don't know what more you want from me. Alright, what time is it? And what time is the final... What time is evening mass? 4 p.m. is afternoon worship. Okay. Okay. Cool. That's gotta be evening mass then, right? Applying free time before retiring, rest, and nighttime curfew. Yeah, afternoon worship, I imagine, is what he means by evening mass. That's why he specifically used the word vespers, because vespers is supper. Got it. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're awesome. I didn't end up having to wait too long. I just have to hope none of the circulators.
The books stored in there aren't for your eyes to see.
I still have the Necronomicon on me, don't I? Even though I don't think this is actually used for the quest, I thought it was used for like half the game now. Where is it? I definitely picked up the Necronomicon. Has it left my inventory? Or am I just skipping right over it? I think it might have left my inventory. I swear I picked... Oh, there it is. It is a quest item. Okay. I don't need this quest to be the reason I stop playing this game again. We're almost done. We're almost out.
Are you interested in what's inside? Forbidden books, written by the devil himself. Forget about them.
Rough delivery, but all right. A lot of first takes in the sound booth made it into this game. Okay, so after evening mass, I need to meet Antonius in the dormitory. Okay, after evening mass, because they're gonna want to be looking for us here. Got it. So we do have to run around. Is evening mass potentially shorter than morning mass, or are we not allowed even that? Evening mass is 1 hour, and we just don't close doors around here. I don't know who pays for the AC in this place, but all I'm ever hearing about is how the monks are quite spendy. What's Henry's vitality at? Just out of curiosity. At 20. I don't even think I needed that book. I think my vitality was at 20 that whole time. But it gave me something to do. It's not bad. Could certainly be wispier, these flames, but all things considered, they didn't need to be. Although it is just a 2D asset, I think they could have made the flames look a little bit better. They're quite large, aren't they? Very large flames that I'm not accustomed to seeing from any given candle wick. But what do I know? About 40 minutes. Oh, did we skip a full ad break? Wow, alright. So it was a whole... I mean, we're not going to do one now, because I'm really hoping we're almost done. They need to trim the wicks. Yes, they do. No wonder there's all this soot all over the place. It's not burning clean, guys. And this candle's covered in pixels. Oh god, sorry. If I stand here, will my horse... I'm signaling the bandits. Oh, sorry. God, fuck, I forgot. I'm not allowed over there. Whole extra hour for this, man. Yeah, this quest sucks. Like, fun idea, terribly executed. I'm sure they were gonna be... I'm sure they had way more interesting plans for this quest. They needed to get it done. Father, I know it's our job to take in the needy and train them to serve the Lord, but this novice keeps whistling during choir, and it's offbeat. Yeah, it's like he's not even listening. He's just kind of whistling to do his own thing. Very strange. Oh, right, because I don't have Mud as a sidekick right now. I can't call for him specifically. Maybe if I annoy them, they'll just decide. Let's cut Mass short today. I get the impression this guy's not going to be here in the morning. Yeah, you and me, Antonius. Do you maybe want to... Yeah. I'll just follow you. Oh, fuck off.
Brother? What are you doing here?
You're right, brother.
Okay.
This is your first...
Oh my god, at least they didn't put me in the dungeon, but I literally have to wait for the strike of the hour. This is like that thing they do in Special Forces training where they throw water on you, hit you, spit on you, shout at you, and you're supposed to train yourself not to flinch. It really is. Henry's making them better monks, better chanters. Well, that's 5 p.m., folks. Who's ready to eat? We have to let the librarian go first, so that he can give the sermon. You know, I'm on a bit of a timetable here, guys. Do you want me to stand here? That's after 5. I don't know what to tell you guys. I kind of gotta move. Glad that worked out. I think you are specifically supposed to neglect your schedule to do this bit. Weird. Alright, man. Where are you? Where indeed? Yeah, here we go.
Praise be to God. For a moment there, I was worried you weren't coming. Give me that blood. This is the exact spot where you pushed me off the gallery.
Pre-render? Good. I hope I get to come back and not be in the monastery anymore and the quest is done. Okay, now what? Are we leaving? Oh god, alright.
Praise be to Christ.
Oh, here, hang on.
What do you desire?
Here's your dagger.
Thank you, brother. You don't know
We're
what
still
this-
going with that? Alright. Alright. You want me to go eat with everyone, do you? Why? Wait, what? Why? Optional, follow Pious. Maybe that's the thing my UI should have told me about. You know?
And here's where you dragged my lifeless body.
And where are you going? Alright. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, these goddamn steps. Oh, I see you got up them, no problem.
Thank you for helping me out. Now we must each go our own way.
I was glad to help. I did what I needed to do and no one got killed.
Oh, another pre-render?
What will you do now?
Now, get the hell out of here. Steal the first horse I come across and ride until dawn, far, far away from here. I was thinking... Here, take this. Show it to those cutthroat bastards and tell them you found it on me. That should convince them. Especially when they hear about the outcry here after the fires found out we've gone.
Your lucky die.
In a manner of speaking. Hope it brings you more luck than it brought me. Thank you. Thank you for letting me live, Brother Gregor.
My name's Henry.
All right, Brother Henry. May God be with you.
At least the conclusion was satisfying. A strange die. Take back your things. Now hold on a minute. What do you mean I failed to take back my things? My unique armor set? The best armor in the game? Along with multiple weapons? Because it's gonna be a reload if I can't get that stuff back. Okay, Jesus Christ. There we go, just take it all, please. Let's get that armor equipped. Oh my god, can you imagine? I would have been furious. Not the monk's habit. We'll keep that as a souvenir, of course. I'm more over encumbered than I was expecting, but it could be a lot worse. Let me equip these weapons. And the bow and some arrows. Cool. Alright, there's no way. No, we got it. It's fine. Where's my horse? Alright. Where do they want me to go? Go to the agreed place in the swamp by Sasau. We're gonna save that for next week because I really do need to be calling it a stream here. So I'll just get in position on this gate, and I will call it a stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. This has been Tireless Tuesday. We'll be back with more of this next Tuesday. I'm hoping to do a cocktail stream this week as well, though I don't really have any plans for it. We'll see what I end up making. Let's just save and quit. All right. And then I am actually going to end that recording there.